For Ticket Kitchen, fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Back here at Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium, in 20 seconds they're supposed to kick this thing off. Jonathan, someone forgot to tell them on the field. They kicked off, went in the end zone. Vaqueros get the football to start this drive, and away we go.
But I think just like us, we're all ready for this game to get started.
Oh, yeah. That's the biggest thing I've been looking forward to for the past couple of hours is getting this thing started. Vaqueros will set it up. Eddie Lee Marburger is the quarterback, and he'll be in a spread formation to start this off. Man in motion going right to left for the Vaqueros on first down against the Colonels of Nicholls. Another man goes in motion now, left to right, and Marburger hands it off. It's going to be a running play left-hand side and some room across the 30, 35-yard line. 12-yard gain on the first carry from scrimmage for Nathan Denny.
Denny gets the 12-yard gain. That's the way you want to start a game. The Vaqueros come out fast, and they get 12 yards right away. Good seal blocks along the left tackle and he lead blocker.
Denny in the backfield on a first down. He'll carry again, this time to the right side. Giving room, now turns the corner again. Takes another 11-yard gain. Mark him out right at it's an 11-yard gain. 2 back-to-back carries for Denny, moving the chains.
And you're seeing every single blocker. They're all holding on to their blocks. No penetration. Number 41 of the defense is trying to trail. That's Dominic from the backside, but he's just not able to get there.
Empty set now. 5 receivers on the field for the Vaqueros on first down. Ball at the Nicholls 48-yard line on the first drive from scrimmage. Marburger to throw. Right side pass, caught, and now yards after the catch. Out across the 45, down the sideline. Still on his feet to the 35, down to the 31-yard line. How about the Vaqueros, and how about the yards after the catch for Xavier Nolan?
Nolan gets a quick little pass right there, but he has some moves. He cuts twice, and then great blocking by number 11, Tavian Cord, to make him get the big gain there.
Marburger completing the pass to Nolan. That's for 20 yards and a first down. Hands it off to Denny this time. Waits, cuts upfield. He'll gain positive yardage down to the 25-yard line. That's 4 more yards for Denny.
4 yards, and that's the lowest that we've gained so far on this drive so far here tonight as Denny comes out of the game. But what he did right there, they had 2 pulling players blocking the right side. He splits it right between them and gets those 4 or 5 yards there.
3 carries already beyond 35 yards running the ball for Denny. And the Vaqueros are indeed marching the ball downfield on the opening drive against a team that they were concerned could they move the ball against this defense. Marburger keeps, tries to make a man miss. Nothing doing over there. Making the tackle, Hayden Shaheen was right there, a 6-foot linebacker.
First negative play there. I didn't see what made Marburger decide to run it. I'm not sure if it was designed. It looked like it was supposed to be an RPO action type of play, but he decides to keep it, but nowhere for him to go.
He'll lose a couple on the play, brings up third down, and call it 8 yards to go for the Vaqueros. To get a first down, they have to get it beyond the 20 of Nicholls. Marburger on a long count here. Play clock down to 14. He's still taking a look at this defense, which is showing a blitz from the left side. They pick it up. He has time to throw. Gets it in the receiver's hands, out of the receiver's hands, and an incomplete pass.
He got the ball in there, got into the spot where maybe Cord could have brought it down, but there was a defender right there. He would have been tackled. All it would have done was make the field goal attempt about 4 yards shorter. So we'll see. We haven't seen the Vaqueros had to take many field goals here in the stadium from distance. This is probably one of the longer ones we've seen all season long.
Ball spotted down just inside 34. And so it's a 44-yard attempt for the Vaqueros. Ball down, kick up. It's got the distance, and it is no good, wide to the right side. So the Vaqueros march the ball downfield and come up empty on the possession, and Nicholls will take over.
They won't get any points out of it, but if you're in the Vaqueros, you're going to say, had it not been for a 1 negative play there, we probably could have gotten a score there. But, again, it was when they had that 1 negative play where Marburger tried to keep it, lost some yards. Before that, they had no negative plays.
So 54 yards of offense for the Vaqueros and an empty drive, and here comes the Nickel Colonels and their offense on the field for the first time on the day. 3 receivers set out to the left-hand side. Quarterback pass right side. It's going to be caught, and then receiver driven out of bounds. Catch over there by Mikhail Brock Jr. Ian Rodrigue, the quarterback, in the air on the first play.
They threw a quick play out to the running back. Hudgens, number 3 of the corner there, made a good hit as it looked to me like he was going to get run over based off the size, but he hit him hard and put him out of bounds for a small gain there.
Second and call it 7 for Nicholls. They'll run it this time and cut it back against the grain. Tailback stumbles as he gets across the 35-yard line, probably short by a half a yard, but there was room to run there if he would have stayed on his feet.
Yeah, what helped there was that House got some penetration, forcing the cutback, but once he cut back, there was plenty of room, so he gets almost down to the first down marker here.
Third and about a yard to go. They'll run it again. Fullback comes in the game, and he'll barrel forward to the 40-yard line and move the chains. That's Shane Lee. He's a big body back there.
He is a big runner, and they had all of the big bodies in there. I think they had 2 different tight ends in the game there, a fullback and the runner. So they get the first down with their big package as the Vaqueros rotate some players coming in to try to put some pressure.
Single back in the backfield for the Colonels. We're just underway here in the first quarter. 10:47 to go, a scoreless ball game. Colonels look to run the ball on a delay, take it across the 45-yard line, out across the 46. Another carry that time for Lee.
A big positive play as he makes the cutback there. Again, House got a lot of penetration, but forces the cutback. Running back is able to bring it in, so Lee's done a great job of cutting off of that penetration from the Vaqueros.
Lee stays in the backfield here on this 2nd down and 3 play for the Colonels of Nicholls. Ready to go on the snap is Rodrigue. He'll hand it off again to Lee. Takes on a tackler, just runs right through him. Takes the ball to the 50. That moves the chains.
Right there, Anderson ends up with the tackle, but not until they get the first down, and that time right on that play, there was a lot of push along the right side there of the offensive line from the center, guard, and tackle. They got that side moving.
The helmet came off of Lee, so he'll have to exit the ball game. That brings in McKeel Brock Jr. back in the game at the tailback spot. It also drifts back Rodrigue in a shotgun formation on this first down play. Ball at the 50. Looks to throw. Looking right side, pressured. Going to run. Takes it, slides at the Vaquero 45. Nothing downfield, but still a 3-yard gain.
He slides because he's going to get hit there, but smart play by him. So far, 2 pass plays that Nicholls has tried have resulted in only 2 yards each time, one off of the QB scramble, the other off of dumping it off to the running back. So they have not done anything above 2 yards in the passing game.
Rodrigue, only 1 pass in the game, 2 yards. He completed it. And now it's 2nd and 8 for Nicholls. 8:58 to go here in the first quarter. Man in motion going to the left. Rodrigue hands it off. Back in the ball game is Lee. Rumbles through a tackle. Then they'll gang up and drop him at the Vaquero 42-yard line. That's going to be close to first down. Couple yards short for Lee.
And again, that run game is where they've been getting more of their yards here on this drive. The Vaqueros' big 3rd down right here. You're in a situation where if you give up past this first down, you're probably going to give up some points. 18
yards on 4 carries already for Lee, the tailback. And Shane Lee is a big body, my friends. Listed at 225, 5'9", out of St. Rose, Louisiana. 3rd down play here for the Colonels. Rodrigue, long count, turns, wanted to hand it off on an option, keeps it. He will not get a first down. Vaqueros knock his helmet off at the 41-yard line.
I think it might have been the better play for him to pitch it out to his running back. He could have made it, given Lee, I think Lee would have had a chance, maybe not a good chance, but Lee might have had a chance to get the first down. But they're going to go for it. The offense stays out there on the field.
Rodrigue lost his helmet, so he'll have to exit the game. Deuce Hogan checks in as the backup quarterback. Hogan, a 6'4", 215-pound grad student, is under center on this 4th down and 2 play. Has Lee in the backfield, wants to throw, rolls out right side, pressured, gets rid of the ball downfield, incomplete pass, turnover on downs. Vaqueros did it with defense in the secondary first and then pressure.
They had 3 different run plays, and all 3 times there was no one open as far as the receivers or the tight ends.
Timeout on the field, scoreless ball game, 7:44 to go in the first quarter. Vaqueros have the football after this. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Nuestro país son muchas voces y muchas realidades.
La Suprema Corte reconoce esta pluriculturalidad y velará por principios y valores que contribuyan a la paz, el bienestar y la igualdad.
En esta nueva etapa, puertas abiertas, diálogo constante, dignidad para todas las personas.
Suprema Corte de Justicia de la Nación.
Por una justicia real y verdadera.
Mira, abuelo, un tesoro enterrado. Vamos a ver qué es.
¿Qué encontraste, campeón?
Uf, abuelo, es basura.
Recuerda que cada vez que vengas a la playa, tienes que llevar tu basura contigo. Así las mantenemos limpias y saludables. Claro, para todas las especies que viven en ella. Y también para nosotros. Quien ama, cuida. Y quien cuida, limpia. Haz que tu paso por la playa deje huella y no residuos. Adopta una playa.
Gobierno de México.
HRYS Ultra 90.1, a station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1, only good vibes. XHBK FM, XEBK AM, Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas.
Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's your country 95.7, a station represented by Radio United.
Vaquero offense back on the field for a second time in the game. Jonathan, each team's had the ball once. Vaqueros get it a second time. Appear to be the team that can move the ball better out of the first eyeball test. Marburger to throw. Has pressure, looks, keeps the ball, runs. Now delivers a nice pass in the flats. And it's going to be a big play for the Vaqueros to the 40-yard line. Somehow he got rid of that ball and got it into the hands of
Smith Flores right there is just there waiting to help him on the play. Marburger was in a little bit of danger right there. He was dodging a lot of he avoided about 2 or 3 sacks there and finally dumps it off to Smith Flores as a safety valve, but Smith Flores showed his speed there as he gets a big gain.
18 yards on the pickup. First down, Marburger hands it off. Denny running left. Turns it upfield, tries to run through a tackle, got it inside the 40, down to around the 38-yard line. And that's a 3-yard gain for Denny.
And all he needed was just a little bit more space there. There was no one there. If he had just broken that last tackle right there, or if someone had blocked that last defender, he would have had nothing but space in front of him. So they have 6 more yards for first down.
Second down and 6. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter of play. Marburger hands it off. Denny hit this time. He got to the 35. Fell forward across that, but good penetration that time by the Nicholls defense.
Number 10 right there, the linebacker, Hayden Shaheen, was waiting for him in the hole. And so Denny tried breaking it to the outside, and he sees Shaheen, tries to cut in front of him, but is able to bring him down for leaving it about 3 more yards for the first down.
3rd and 3 for Marburger and the Vaqueros. Drops back to throw, has time. Rifles a pass right side, caught by Nolan. That's a first down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
Nolan finds a nice little spot in the zone defense, gets an easy completion to get the first down there. And so the Vaqueros are now, they're about 7-8 yards away from the red zone.
Marburger now 3 of 4 in the passing game. 2 of the catches by Nolan here in this first quarter of play. Denny shifted out of the backfield. Now he shifts in to stand to the left side of Marburger. Play clock at 15. Marburger still beefing out some of the calls for the line. Now we're ready. Play clock under 10. Marburger takes a snap, wants to throw. Play action, wants a bunch. Got a receiver inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. First and goal coming up for the Vaqueros. Nice catch there time.
And there's a hard collision there. Cord takes a hard hit, but the defender's the one that stays down. But Eddie Lee finds the little gap in the zone defense, or finds him right there, so Cord gets a nice gain, putting them down at about the 6-yard line. Now there was, I think the coaches were trying to see the formations there, get a little knowledge right before we take this break.
Timeout because of the injury. Vaqueros knocking on the door. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
La CNDH se transforma con un nuevo modelo de defensa, prevención y protección de los derechos humanos. Así lo reconoces en la encuesta nacional de opinión. De 2019 a 2024, esa buena opinión pasó de 42 a 47%. Quienes no creen que la Comisión defiende los derechos humanos disminuyó de 21 al 7%. Esta CNDH sí es autónoma. La población que así lo cree incrementó de 58 a 62%. Con resultados, estamos cerca de ti. Tú lo dijiste. Defendemos al pueblo.
Mira, abuelo, un tesoro enterrado. Vamos a ver qué es.
¿Qué encontraste, campeón?
Uf, abuelo, es basura.
Recuerda que cada vez que vengas a la playa, tienes que llevar tu basura contigo. Así las mantenemos limpias y saludables. Claro, para todas las especies que viven en ella. Y también para nosotros. Quien ama, cuida. Y quien cuida, limpia. Haz que tu paso por la playa deje huella y no residuos. Adopta una playa.
Gobierno de México.
Injury for the Nicholls player. He's off on his own power for the Colonels. Their defense is backs against the wall now for the UTRGV Vaqueros. It's first and goal. Ball sets at the 6-yard line. Marburger with 60 yards in the passing game is 4 of 5 to start it off. In a shotgun formation with Denny to his right-hand side. Play clock starts. Game clock right at the 5-minute mark as Marburger hands it off. It's a jet sweep right side. Try to turn the corner. They're not going to get there. Good coverage that time as they got it to Nolan. Couldn't turn upfield.
Yeah, I thought for a second that maybe it was going to be a trick play. Marburger ran off to the left. I started thinking it was a QB throwback, but not happening here. Smith Flores makes a nice block on the edge, but there was just too many defenders there for Nolan to get around. For end up being about a yard or a yard loss.
Nolan and Diaz are receivers on the left-hand side for the Vaqueros. Marburger on a second and goal from the 7. Turns, hands it off to Denny. Right side, got a little room. Takes it down to the 5, to the 4-yard line. Third and goal coming up for the Vaqueros. How important is it they score a touchdown here, Jonathan, versus the field goal?
Well, it changes the whole dynamic of the game. If you're Nicholls, you're saying the first possession, they really put some yards on us. The second one, if we give up a touchdown, it just makes Nicholls suddenly feel like they are not going to be able to keep up with the Vaqueros. And so that's what makes this one important right here is it really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Diaz wide left. Nolan also out there on the left side for the Vaqueros on this third and goal play. Marburger has Denny to his left-hand side, and the whistle blows. Timeout called by the Colonels. And they recognize, too, this is a circle a moment type of event here with 3:50 to go in the first quarter of a scoreless game.
Absolutely. If you're the coach on their side, you're telling your team, we have to make this stop right here. We cannot let them score a touchdown. We've seen Diaz get a couple of fade passes 2 games in a row. It seems like Marburger to Diaz in the goal line situation, that goal line fade pass has been there the last 2 games, but maybe Nicholls has seen that and said, we're not going to allow that to happen. Whatever you do not let him go to the outside.
Well, they're sending Diaz as the wide man on the left-hand side. There's a corner out there that's trying to stay on his outside shoulder to prevent him from getting to that back corner. But right now, he's the only guy covering him. Nolan goes in motion right to left in that same direction. And now Marburger looking, wanted that corner route, nothing doing. He's going to have to run. Now he fires a pass. Touchdown, Vaqueros. He waited forever, and Tony Diaz got open. Touchdown at UTRGV.
He had a couple of Vaqueros that he could have thrown it to. A little bit harder pass. If he had tried going to Nolan, he would have had to go against the direction he was running. But at the last second, Diaz breaks free and gets open for an easy pass. Marburger to Diaz for a touchdown. We've said that many, many times this year, and we say it again here tonight.
At first, you saw him run the corner route. He was going to that back corner of the end zone, and then Marburger saw he didn't have that seam, and the motion of Marburger freed him up to run a little extra to get into that spot, and the touchdown is good. Extra point is away, and it's also good. Vaqueros jump on top. 7-0 with 3:42 to go in the first quarter. Kickoff coming up. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Fortifit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fortifit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Eddie Lee Marburger now 5 of 6 in the passing game for 72 yards and a touchdown. We're still in the first quarter, 3:42 to go. Vaqueros lead 7-0 and kicking off. Knuckleball kick takes a bounce off the pylon, or it hit the official over there. It took a hard bounce, and the penalty flag throws. I think it hit the official.
It did hit the official. I was wondering if the Vaqueros get lucky off of that, but no, the flag goes out. So the Nicholls team, the Nicholls offense will get it at the 35-yard line to start their drive. But I didn't know what the official rule was on that. If it hit the referee, did it, and it technically didn't go out, what would happen?
He positioned himself probably perfectly. He's standing behind the pylon and out of bounds. So if the ball does touch me, he was standing right even with it. So if it does touch me, it didn't quite get past the pylon. And so first down for Nicholls. The Colonels moved the ball a little bit on the ground first time through, and now they'll be down 7 as they start this next drive. Rodrigue wants to throw on first down. Has some time. Slings a pass out. It's dropped. Receiver wasn't going to get much room. There was a lot of pressure coming right up the middle.
Absolutely. So far tonight, that's the third passing play for Nicholls, and so far it has resulted in 1 2-yard pass and 1 2-yard scramble, and then now an incompletion. So they really have not gotten anything out of their passing game. If the Vaqueros can keep them from getting too many yards here on the second down, we should have a good shot of getting a 3-and-out.
It's McKeel Brock Jr. out there as a receiver, but he dropped that pass. 2nd and 10. Rodrigue is ready, stands at his own 30-yard line. And motion up front. Looked like Nicholls jumped off sides.
I'm going to blame that one on the center, as there were some 2 players on the left side, 1 player on the right side that moved early. So I'm going to say that that's a center quarterback problem on that one. But that makes it a very, very favorable possession for the Vaqueros. Put Nicholls at 2nd and 15, so they should be able to. It's going to force them to pass, and it should allow the Vaqueros to really, really rush.
Oftentimes you can see that pressure, and that's the results from pressures. Before a snap, you start getting guys concerned about who's coming at them. 2nd down and 15 now. Rodrigue to throw on an empty backfield. Pressure comes. They hit him, and they'll take him down. Sack inside the 25. You call it, Jonathan. A lot of pressure coming at him.
I think number 58 for the Vaqueros defense is going to get the credit for the sack. I don't have his name right in front of me, but it looked like Anderson, as well as there was. Let's just say the entire pocket collapsed on him on that play there.
Abdon Mata, the defensive end for the Vaqueros, was in there, but he had lots of company, and now it's 3rd and right at 20 yards to go for the Colonels of Nicholls. 3:02 and counting here in the first quarter. They trail 7-0. Vaqueros trying to get their offense off the field. Rodrigue to throw over the middle. Caught near first down yardage. Receiver gives up a couple of yards. We'll look at the spot here. But that went from 3rd and 20 to 4th and very short at the very worst.
And it looks like the Nicholls offense, looks like their coaching staff, they're anticipating a track meet here in this one. This is not a spot where you would normally go for it on 4th down, but they send their offense out there.
Rodrigue got that one in there. 18-yard completion. Make it a 19-yard completion.
But you are right. When he caught it, he tried making a move, but that actually lost him a yard, and now we're seeing they're only 1 yard away, so that 1 yard was critical.
He did break the 45. That's a jumbo set here on this 4th down play. And Rodrigue did not get an initial good push. I don't think he got there, Jonathan. They're going to measure. He did not clear that 45. I think the Vaqueros are going to get the football.
I don't think there was enough push there. There was a small initial push, and then it got stopped, and I don't think he ever crossed the line. I thought they were not going to go for it. I did not like the way they looked when they came out here. I did not think they were going to go for it, but we'll see what they call out here.
The referee from behind the play says first down, and so they put the nose of the football at the 45. Don't even look to measure this thing. They've already moved the chains.
I think that's very, very surprising. I thought they would at least go to the booth on that one.
Minute 27 to go here in the first quarter, and the Colonels get a new set of downs after being in a 3rd and 20 situation. They convert on 4th down. Rodrigue hands it off. Now it's a reverse. Back to Rodrigue on the flea flicker. He's got a receiver wide open downfield, and a pass interference prevents a huge play.
He had his player wide open, but he puts too much air under it, and it floated in the air. The Vaqueros player makes the smart pass interference play there. And the reason I say it's a smart pass interference play, it should have been a touchdown. If the ball had been thrown better, that's a touchdown right there. The Vaquero player is lucky that it's in the air, and he can't see what's going on. He can't tell that the ball was thrown so badly, so he has to try to make a play. But instead of giving up a touchdown, he gives up some penalty yards.
Janae Brooks was the intended receiver, and ever for it
he
to
had
come
at
down.
least 10 yards of separation between him and any Vaquero defender there. So huge mistake by the quarterback over there for Nicholls.
Minute 8 to go in the first quarter. Nicholls with the first down at the Vaquero 40, and they'll look to run the ball. It's Lee He'll duck his head, take it down to around the 38, a couple-yard gain there for Lee.
And they're finding themselves in a situation that they were earlier in this drive. It's second, and they only gained 2 yards there. The last time they kind of got lucky, they got someone open deep down the field. So they're gonna, if they don't get a touchdown here, if they don't get any points here, they're going to look back and say, we missed a huge touchdown opportunity.
20 yards on the ground for Shane Lee, the ball carrier, in the game on 5 carries. Second down. Play clock down to 9 seconds. Game clock at 28, so they'll have to take a snap. Rodriguez going to run, and he's got a little room. Dives forward to the Vaquero 31-yard line, and that may take us to the end of the first quarter. Rodriguez showed a little speed there.
Yeah, and we're seeing quite a bit of penetration by the Vaqueros, but Nicholls so far tonight, they're finding the gaps between the penetration, and they're getting positive yards. This will be a big, big third down if the Vaqueros, they need some of that penetration to turn into a negative play. It needs to be turned into a tackle for loss is what the Vaqueros need here in this situation.
And that third down play will come up in the second quarter. First one is in history books. It's 7-0. Vaqueros lead. We'll be back. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And for Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions: discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Back here, we start the second quarter. Nicholls facing a 3rd and 2 yards to go. They'll look to pass. Rodriguez rushed out of the pocket, gets rid of the ball. Incomplete pass inside the 15. And 4th and 2 coming up for the Colonels. Will they keep the offense on the field now, Jonathan?
I think they will. They're that situation where you are on the 32-yard line, you got to go for it. Cameron Hampton had a little bit of space. The Vaqueros were in man-to-man coverage. Hudgens had to cover him all the way across the field, but The ball is not able to get thrown there, so this will be a critical fourth down for the Vaqueros if they can make a stop here. They gave up a fourth down conversion earlier. This will be their second attempt to make a stop.
Rodrigue now 2 of 4 in the passing game for 21 yards. Facing a 4th and 2. Sees pressure, gets rid of the ball on a receiver screen. They'll get a first down and a bunch more. Down inside the 20-yard line. Nice little play there for Nicholls, and they'll move the chains. Jackson Dufresne on the catch.
And that right there, that I believe that was a hot route right there. They read that the Vaqueros were bringing pressure, and they had the advantage on the outside edge. Once the pressure came from the outside, he's able to throw a quick little pass and get the block for the first down and more. So 2 times on this one individual drive, they've already converted for a fourth down. And then we have confirmation on many of the stats. Jonah was able to bring us over the stats, confirming that Joe has been doing a fantastic job confirming all of his notes over here on our sideline.
You're giving a peek behind the curtain, my friend. We don't need to know that my computer is sitting at another location tonight.
I'm trying to brag on how perfect you've been so far.
Nah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Injury on the field, but the player walks off under his own power. Now, that's an important one to watch, though, because that's the tailback, Shane Lee, exiting the field with his helmet off, and they attended to him for a while there on that fourth down play.
And he is the bigger back, so now that you're in the red zone, sometimes you want to have that bigger back when you're going to go in goal line situations, so that may be a critical injury.
McBrock Jr. is the tailback now behind, and he'll take a carry right side. He won't get anywhere. May have lost a yard. Looks like he lost 2.
And he goes right into a wall being made by the defensive line and the linebackers. That was House and Rick stalemating the offensive line, keeping it to only 1 yard or maybe even less than a yard gained right there.
Brock Jr. now 2 carries, and they'll give him a yard on that. Not sure how he got that, but 8 yards in the game running the football. Ball outside the 17 of the Vaqueros. Enrique on a read is going to run it right side. Got past the tackler, gained a couple, and then gets drilled to the ground.
And that was number 2 of the defense. That's TJ Neal coming all the way from the safety position to make a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So keeps it from being a big game. And again, you're now in the red zone, so all that space gets contained. And so the Vaqueros seems like they've really become more stout in the run game because their safeties are able to put a little more pressure here in the red zone.
That's already 6 carries in the game for quarterback Ian Rodrigue. And that couple-yard gain, he has 12 on 6 carries. 3rd and long here for Nicholls. Vaqueros bringing pressure up the middle. He wants to throw, gets rid of it, caught inside the 5. 1st and goal coming up. Enrique stood in there, hung in there, and receiver finally cleared.
He is in man-to-man coverage. There was some pressure coming off the edge, but the Nicholls offensive line and the backs do a great job of protecting Rodrigue on that. He's able to wait for his receiver to make it all the way across the field. That is number 3, Johnson, who finally gets open all the way across the left side. Johnson went from the far right side all the way to basically the outside middle of the left side.
So 2 fourth down conversions, and now a 3rd and long conversion here for Nicholls on an impressive drive here, trying to answer the Vaqueros touchdown. They'll run it, and it's going to be Brock Jr. He's going to get in. Bounced off the inside, took it outside, and takes it in with a score.
Big block off the right edge by number 83, the tight end Everett Hunter, as he ran left and there was no movement. He got stalemated on the left side, but the whole right side, they held onto their blocks enough. He decides to go all the way around to the right side and finds his way into the end zone for Nicholls' first touchdown here tonight.
Extra point coming up for the Colonels. What an answer to the Vaqueros score on a sustained drive, and they, again, I talked about it as the extra point goes through, that maybe the only way they could keep this thing in a low-scoring event is to take some sustained drives. They gambled on 4th down twice in that drive alone and scored. Timeout on the field. We're tied at 7 apiece in the second quarter. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros, it's Valley, it's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen, fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotzsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Back here, and Nicholls will kick the ball off. Nothing decided as we're at 12:10 to go in the second quarter, and a 7-7 ball game. Deep kick, and the Vaqueros will take it 8 yards deep and will bring it out. Across the 5 to the 10 to the 12-yard line. They thought they could deceive Nicholls. Bad field position to start the drive for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake right there. Carter Hewitt decides that he wants to try to make a play and bring it out. Gives the Vaqueros the ball at the 11-yard line. But so far tonight, we've seen the Vaqueros get yards. It's felt like the offense has had a pretty easy way. What we saw was Nicholls, they had to go on a fourth down multiple times. They had a big third down conversion. They gained a lot of yards on a 3rd and 20. But when the Vaqueros offense has been out there, it's felt like they're getting up and down the field with ease.
2 possessions. They've got 107 yards of offense to show for the Vaqueros. 7 points on the board, and arguably both possessions were scoring opportunities for the Vaqueros, 1 of 2 in that department. And now you got to make sure you don't go a quick 3 and out here, or you'll be looking at Nicholls controlling the football for most of the first half.
Absolutely. They've definitely had the time of possession on their side as they've had much longer drives.
Marburger on a first down play has Denny to his right. Stands at his goal line, wants to throw. Marburger backpedals into the end zone, delivers a pass out to Dement. Dement, the ball carrier, gets it out to the 10. That was a deep drop for Marburger just to get a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, gets a little bit of a gain right there, but in this spot where you are on the field, ended up being when they kick returned it, they got stuck on the 5-yard line. So we thought it was the 11, but it was actually the 5. And you start feeling all kinds of pressure. That little gain allows the offense to have more options.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 for the Vaqueros. Marburger hands it off. And that's going to be a carry across the 12, and then the whistle blows.
And there was a lot of space there until the very, very end, as it looked like the DB, Greg Jackson Jr., came from the opposite side of the field to make a tackle there, keeping the first down from happening. But there was a lot of space. The offensive line made a nice hole and gets some positive yards there for the running back. So Good job right there by Dement.
TJ Dement. Yeah, it's Dement. Dement stays in the ball game. He's to the left side of Marburger on this 3rd down and 3. Marburger on a play action, wants to throw, gets it out, and incomplete pass. He overshoots Diaz, and just like that, is it a 3 and out for the Vaqueros? They're going to have to punt the ball.
So what they did right there, they allowed number 7, Jake Dalmado, a free run at Marburger. Normally that's okay, but he did it slow. So normally while he's rushing up, you're able to just throw it right over his head. But because he didn't rush so hard, he kind of was there to leap and make Marburger throw it high and just goes over Diaz's head.
Carroll punter stands in his end zone to take this snap. It's a good snap, no pressure, gets it away, and it's a booming, spiraling kick. Backpedaling inside the 40 on the return for Nicholls, trying to give up some ground, take it across the 40-yard line. Got to the 42, and then he shut down there on the return. Is Karaj Johnson.
Good job right there on the coverage, as there was a chance that he could have broken all the way to the left side, but does not happen. And now we are getting sent on another break.
Timeout on the field. Tie ball game at 7 apiece. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions: discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
SHRYS.
Ultra 90.1. A station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1. Only good vibes. XHBK-FM. XEBK-AM. Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's your country 95.7. A station represented by Radio United.
Ian Rodriguez and the Nicholls offense back on the field. First down from their own 42-yard line. Rodriguez turns before he hands off. Whistles blow. Look like they jumped off sides.
There's some movement on the left side. I'm not sure if it's going to go against the offense or the defense. Looks like they're maybe pointing to the defense, but it was hard to tell. It was very, very close.
They will call an encroachment on the Vaqueros, so that's 5 free yards against UTRGV. And this offense, Jonathan, they feed off a defense which limits opponents to points and control the clock on these drives. Important drive here for Nicholls. 1st and 5 now. A lot of opportunities for Rodriguez on this play. Turns, hands it off. It's Brock. Turns to the left side, won't get much. Might have got a half yard.
And great play right there by Rick, getting out in the back, or getting into the backfield. Brings him all the way until he gets the to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. So great job by the defense, or it might have been Trey Bright on that, I believe. I'm sorry. But great job by the defense to make it now 2nd and 5, keeping them in that same spot.
Rodriguez ready on a 2nd down play for the Colonels. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Rodriguez wants to throw. Rolls out right side. Gets rid of it. And a diving attempt and an incomplete pass into and out of the hands of Scrappy Osby.
He had Osby. Osby was open. There was some Vaquero defenders kind of in the way. He had to throw it a little bit over the top and just puts it a little too far where he had to dive for it, and it's just not able to bring it in. So this will be a big 3rd down for Rodriguez. But we saw that in the last drive in the same situation in this part of the field. They actually went for it. You don't see very many teams go for it on 4th down here. So even though it is only 3rd and 4, a long 4, it feels like this might be an area where they go for it. It's 2-down territory.
You could approach this with a running play and then see what you get on 3rd, and truly do go for it on 4th down. Rodriguez wants to throw. Drops back, pressured, gets rid of it. Well, he's still running. Now he's going to get rid of the ball downfield. Underthrown. Might have been he was hit as he got rid of the ball. Incomplete pass, and now punting time for Nicholls.
Absolutely. I think since they did not gain any yards on that, the pressure applied by multiple Vaqueros, but Anderson is the one that hits him on the throw. But he had a player open, he was scrambling for his life back there. He was not able to get a good throw out there.
So the Vaqueros send a return man back inside their 10-yard line. Low snap, punter gets rid of the ball. It's a high kick. Fair catch is called for at the 10 and made for the Vaqueros. And so the defense does get a stop, and there's a timeout on the field. UTRGV and Nicholls were tied at 7 apiece. Back after this. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enter responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotzsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun with one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
XHRYS.
Ultra 90.1. A station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1. Only good vibes. XHBK-FM. XEBK-AM. Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaquero Studios. It's Your Country 95.7. A station represented by Radio United.
Back here, Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium, Edinburgh, Texas. Eddie Lee Marburger and the Vaquero offense back on the field, starting a drive at their 10. Pass play is completed. They'll get it out across the 20-yard line. That's the first catch of the game by Kyron Lee.
Kyron Lee finds a nice little spot. They set him in motion back and forth across the field. He finds a nice little spot. I didn't see that much space, but Marburger was able to squeeze it into him.
Enough for a first down out across the 20. Handoff here. That's going to be Denny back in the ball game. He'll get to the 25 on a couple of yard gain. Second down coming up, under 9 to go here in the first half.
Not much space for a big play, but they get 4 yards there as he just follows the offensive line, sees a little gap, and just puts his head down, goes right behind the offensive line for that easy 4 yards.
Kyron Lee becomes the 6th receiver to catch a pass from Marburger here in the first half. He'll hand it off to Denny. He's tripped up on a read. Looked like a late read that time, and Ty Marsh came in and just got him before he could take a step.
Yeah, I think because he came from so far outside, Eddie Lee was not able to read and pull it. See, if we watch the replay, he came all the way from way outside, so you usually think in that situation, oh, it's an automatic handoff, but he was coming in so hard, maybe Eddie Lee could have had a chance if he pulled it.
Ty Marsh, defensive back out of Dallas, Texas, on that stop. 3rd and long for Marburger. Deep drop. They show pressure. He gets rid of the ball downfield. Got a man caught. It's Denny down around the 50-yard line. Broke out of there and perfectly delivered ball. First down at the 49.
Denny was one-on-one with the linebacker. It was a matchup between Denny and linebacker White of the defense. And White's a pretty big, thick guy. So Denny's able to beat him on the outside edge. Marburger finds the one-on-one and attacks it.
So that becomes the 7th man to catch a pass from Marburger in the first half, and a timeout on the field. 8:01 to go, and the Vaqueros offense doing what they do best, and that's move the football on this field.
Yeah, we've seen Marburger attack one-on-one over and over all throughout the season, but we haven't really seen it with running back to the linebacker position. That time, he has his running back out on the edge, one-on-one with the linebacker, and just decides to go for it. Instantly, as soon as the ball was snapped, Denny was able to beat him out along the edge. So maybe if it was a little bit even better throw, there could have been a chance he could have just taken it to the house, but again, he throws a safe, nice first down pass right there.
Nicholls tried to bring some pressure up the middle. Some late pressure was picked up nicely on the blocking scheme. First down for Marburger. Receiver Diaz goes in motion. It's a pitch. Diaz on the run. Turns it upfield around the right side. Ends up gaining a couple. Boy, he's quick.
He is absolutely quick, and there was some nice blocking along the edge. Gets an easy 4 yards there. And because it was a forward pitch, it'll actually count as a pass, I believe. And so technically a completion to Diaz on that from Marburger.
Get it a 4-yard gain. Diaz, that's his second catch of the game. The other one was a 6-yarder for a touchdown. 2nd and 4. 7.5 to go here in the first half. Marburger to throw. Got it to Diaz at the 40. Hit, driven backwards, but forward progress is going to move the chains for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, that time Diaz tried making a cut to the outside. The defender had read that was going to be the cut. Had he actually cut to the inside, he might have had a chance of breaking for a big play, but still gets the first down. Marburger to Diaz, we get a first down there, but it feels like usually at this point in the game, they've already had a big play to Diaz. They have not done that here tonight.
Marburger ready to go once again. They bunch up everyone at the line of scrimmage. He wants to throw out of that. Has time. Right side, and is it a one-handed catch? It is! Nolan reels it in, 9-yard gain.
And that was a beautiful catch by Nolan as the pass was a little bit high and outside, and he just puts his hand up. I thought for sure it was overthrown, but he brings it down.
2nd and 1 for the Vaqueros. 6.5 to go here in the first half. They're marching now at the Nicholls 31. Handoff to, I think that's Dement. He drives somehow and gains 4 out of that. That's Dement. I don't know how he gained yardage on that play.
I thought he had gotten the 1.5 yards just for the first down, and then all of a sudden the ball keeps moving forward, and he gets another 5 yards after that. But had Marburger pulled it, Marburger might have had a big 20-yard run on the right side as no one was out there defending. So we may see him pull one of these moments.
1st and 10 from the 25 of the Colonels. High snap. Marburger is going to run this time. I'm not sure that was a design run. He'll still end up gaining 7 yards on the play. First of all, terrific job just getting the snap.
Absolutely. That was for sure not a designed run. He caught it. He wanted to hand it off, but by that point he had to just take it himself. Somehow he's able to get 8 yards out of it. So he made an athletic play by catching the ball. Then he somehow makes a nice scramble to get the 8 yards there and put them in the red zone. Here they are now on second down with 3 yards to go.
Tie ball game here at 7 apiece, and UTRGV banging on the door. A red zone possession here at the nickel 19. Marburger hands it off. It's going to be Denny running right side. Denny stays on his feet, takes it inside the 10. Denny carries a man down to the 2-yard line. First and goal coming up for the Vaqueros. Nathan Denny nearly took it to the house.
And again, we talked about it earlier when Dement had the ball. This time it's Denny. But it feels like, they get the first down, and that's where it's going to be. And then all of a sudden they're breaking out for more yards. That time he breaks off to the edge. It looks like they could say that he stepped out of bounds at the 4-yard line, but it was so close to being in the end zone right there. So now they find themselves first and goal on the 4-yard line.
Denny to the left of Marburger. First and goal, Vaqueros. Fours are wild. 4:44 to go here in the first half. 7 apiece the score. And Marburger and the Vaqueros trying to retake the lead. Long count, Marburger waits for the snap. 1 second on the play clock, just gets it off. Fade play, and it's incomplete. Looking for Diaz. Not sure they got that snap off in time.
No, and that time number 12 on the defense, he is ready for it. He is waiting. That's Anthony Rogers versus Diaz. And as soon as the ball snapped, he made sure that Diaz was not going to be on the outside of him. So we've been seeing that fade throw to Diaz 2 games in a row. This time we try it here at our home stadium, but it does not count for a touchdown.
Second down and goal for the Vaqueros. 4:26 to go here in the first half. Marburger, 2 backs in the backfield. Denny to his left. He'll hand it off. Denny up the middle. Across the 2. Touchdown, Vaqueros. Nathan Denny to the house, and they retake the lead. It's 13-7.
He breaks the tackle on number 8, Elijah Sabatini. He was the only player in front of him and breaks the tackle and takes it in for a touchdown. On that drive, between the 2 running backs of Denny and Dement, they've had to have broken a number of tackles. Those are a lot of yards after contact for those 2 runners.
Extra point, Vaqueros. Waiting for the snap here, and they'll get it down and blow the whistles.
There was some movement.
They took forever to get that snap away.
There was some movement on the right side of the blocking team, so it'll come back 5 yards.
And if you're the kicker for the Vaqueros, standing there, that's Brian Gardner. You're like, I want to kick this ball. Everybody wants to get this thing done, and when the center takes that long to snap the ball, is that communication between the guy placing the ball down, or who makes that call?
You know, right when you're in that situation, everyone's so close to the ball, it's hard to I've hardly ever seen movement there in that situation.
Extra point now is away, and it's good. Vaqueros back up by 7, lead at 14-7. We'll keep it right here for the kickoff. But Eddie Lee Marburger and company, that's a 90-yard drive, Jonathan, and that is an impressive drive here to retake the lead.
And right before that drive happened on the last drive, we saw when they had at the 5-yard line, they struggled to get out. It was a 3 and out, and I was thinking to myself, I even brought it up off the air, how we've had a little bit of trouble when we're in that situation where we're deep down in our side of the field, and then all of a sudden this offense answers back, and they put 7 points on the board. They go 90 yards for the touchdown.
Lead 7-0, looking ahead to the second half. Now Nicholls will get the ball to start the second half, and so this final 4 minutes and 22 seconds again is a part of the game you circle, in that can the Vaqueros defense keep this lead heading into the halftime locker room at worst. Running play here on the return out across the 15-16 yard line, but not much room there for Brock Jr. to return that ball.
Yeah, Brock Jr., he came in, and basically once he got to the 20-yard line, he was met by a number of Vaqueros defenders. And so Nicholls, if they want to try to answer the Vaqueros back, they're going to have to go 80 yards. And the last time that they had the ball, they converted on 2 fourth downs. They got almost a conversion on a 3rd and 20. So it's hard to sustain a lot of drives when that's what you're having to do. So they'll have to change it if they want to keep up with the Vaqueros here tonight.
Ian Rodriguez and the offense start the drive officially at the 17 of the Colonels, down 14-7. Vaqueros showing a blitz. Rodrigue appears to change the play. 3 seconds, 2, now takes it, hands it off, and it's going to be back in the ball game, and running is Lee. And he'll end up doing what he was doing early in this ball game, and that's gaining positive yardage. He's got 9 there.
Yeah, and a lot of times this offensive line, they're holding their blocks just enough where it's some arm tackles that are trying to take down the runners here. And when you have a big back like Shane Lee, an arm is not going to be enough to bring him down.
And Lee is a much bigger force to bring down than Brock Jr. is. He's back in the backfield here on a 2nd and 1. 3:40 remaining under centers, and Reek turns, hands it off. It's going to be Lee. He'll get a first down, just rumbles across the 28 to the 29-yard line. Chains move. Clock still time for Nicholls, but eventually they're going to have to go something deep on this drive, Jonathan, if they want points on the board.
Well, not necessarily, because a lot of times when you're running the ball so much, it kind of ends up fatiguing the other team, and you might break one for a big play. But so far tonight, the Vaqueros have held strong. No big plays in the run game.
Lee in the backfield. Spread formation for the Colonels. Looking to throw is Enrique. Got it down, and the receiver drops the ball across the 40-yard line.
And we've seen them go to that both time, or that's the third time that they pull. When Rodrigue rolls to the right, the person that they end up hitting is number 18 dragging across. And so that, again, number 18 coming across is Hampton. The ball was in there. It was a nice throw, but great job by Hudgens. Hudgens has to follow him all the way the length of the field. So they start off on the left, come all the way to the right side, and Hudgens stayed with him each and every step.
2nd and 10 for Rodrigue. Brooks wide right. And they'll look that way, and now inside a tight end makes a nice catch, and that'll move the chains. First down, big target there.
And a play action as he play actions the ball on that one, because they've been running the ball and they've had some effective runs. If that makes the play action much more live.
Everett Hunter on that catch, quickly back to the line. They'll complete another pass. But Hunter, a big target at 6'4", 245 out of Manteca, California, New Mexico. He was a big, imposing force there. 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and 6, 2:19 to go. Rodrigue hands it off to Lee, and he's going to be stuck. Still drives forward. 3rd down and a couple coming up, and that should take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that should actually take us to the 2-minute warning as both teams sub out. So a new, fresh set of defensive linemen for the Vaqueros, but it should make us to the break, and it does.
Colonels on the march. They're in Vaquero territory at the 42 when we return. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Luis, tocan!
Papá, tocan!
Creo que tocan. ¿A quién le toca?
Prepárate. Durante octubre y noviembre, si el INEGI toca tu puerta, te toca. Desde que nos vimos hace 5 años, todos cambiamos. Participa en la encuesta Intercensal 2025 y volvamos a conocernos. Conoce más en www.intercensal2025.mx. INEGI.
¿Sabías que exceder solo unos kilómetros el límite de velocidad incrementa la probabilidad de sufrir un siniestro fatal? Porque cuando aceleras pones en riesgo tu vida y la de los demás. ¿Por qué te estoy explicando esto? Porque soy paramédico y me duele ver morir gente o que queden con discapacidades permanentes por algo que pudo ser prevenible. La movilidad segura es un derecho de todos. La velocidad mata. Baja la velocidad.
Gobierno de México.
En la Cámara de Diputados seguimos trabajando para reactivar y fortalecer el sistema ferroviario nacional.
Con la reforma aprobada por la que se crea la Agencia de Trenes y Transporte Público Integrado, se garantiza la construcción, conservación y mantenimiento de la infraestructura ferroviaria.
Así se consolidará un sistema de transporte de pasajeros y trenes de carga que impulsará el desarrollo nacional.
Cámara de Diputados, 66ª Legislatura, Soberanía y Justicia Social.
Ya casi inicia la FLINE. ¿Alista tu participación?
Donde la democracia también se escribe con nuestras experiencias.
Un espacio dedicado a la cultura cívica con enfoque en los derechos político-electorales.
En noviembre es la Feria del Libro del INE 2025, la única especializada en igualdad de género, paridad y democracia en México.
Habrá mesas de diálogo, talleres y presentaciones con énfasis en las mujeres y grupos de atención prioritaria.
Consulta el programa en INE.mx y participa. INE.
¿Sabías que exceder solo unos kilómetros el límite de velocidad incrementa la probabilidad de sufrir un siniestro fatal? Porque cuando aceleras pones en riesgo tu vida y la de los demás. ¿Por qué te estoy explicando esto? Porque soy paramédico y me duele ver morir gente o que queden con discapacidades permanentes por algo que pudo ser prevenible. La movilidad segura es un derecho de todos. La velocidad mata. Baja la velocidad.
He takes it inside the Vaquero 40.
And again,
they're moving.
He breaks the arm tackle there. Nathan Huerta had him in the backfield with an arm tackle, but it's only one hand, and he is a big back to try to bring down with just one hand. He goes off for a break right here, but this is a critical moment in the game. As time is coming off, it's first down on the 40-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to go, but the score is 7-14. If Nicholls scores a touchdown here, they're able to tie it up going into halftime, and then they get the ball back.
First down here for Rodrigue. Clock running with a minute and a half. They're not in a real hurry-up situation right now either with a minute and a half to go. Rodrigue to throw here. Has time. Gets rid of it right side behind his receiver. Incomplete pass. Looking for Adon McCowan. No way for him to get that ball.
No, right there he was just way out of – he threw it way out of bounds on him there. So, no, they just weren't on the same page on that. So it looked like he was expecting a comeback, and he was just going vertical up the field. So – second down right here on the 40, but that does stop the clock. It's now at 1:24.
Second and 10. Three receivers go out to the left-hand side, this time for Rodrigue. Brings in Brock Jr. as the tailback. Man in motion. He'll hand it off to Brock Jr. He'll run to the 35. Shut down there. And the clock running with a minute 15 to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And absolutely, you have to look at the clock. We're now getting almost to 1 minute. They send substitutions, so they're going to eat up a little bit of that clock here. As I think part of them says, well, we don't want to give the Vaqueros too much time as well. So they're playing a bit of a safe game here.
Under a minute to go. Rodrigue keeps Brock Jr. in the backfield to his left-hand side. Play clock down to 9. He waits for the snap on 3rd down. Takes it, throws it, receiver catches, not going to get a first down at the 31-yard line. 4th and 2 coming up, 35 seconds to go, and the clock is running.
And he takes a hard hit. That was 2 yards, and they were a tough earned 2 yards. As the clock is now at the 27 mark, they take a timeout.
Nicholls takes the timeout. Interesting call there. They weren't in real hurry-up situation there, and now they call a timeout. You don't convert here. Vaqueros with 27 seconds right now on the clock. That's a long time for this offense.
Absolutely. The Vaqueros, we've seen them all season long. It feels like they can score at any moment or with as little time as you need. But, you know, the Nicholls, they want to give themselves a shot. Let's say they get the first down here. They want to have a little bit of time to try to run some plays as they're already out of timeouts. And so they don't want to have so little amount of time. All they get is the break from getting the first down if they're able to convert.
To move the change, it would have to down the football, and then you're talking getting inside the 30. You're not sure what the range of the kicker is, but you're thinking we can at least get 3 points if you're Nicholls. Vaqueros want to get the ball back right now. It's 4th and 3. Rodrigue has 3 receivers, right-hand side. Brock Jr. to his right on this 4th down play. Man in motion, and Rodrigue is going to throw. Looks right, now looks deep downfield. Got a man inside the 15. Stays in bounds down to the 14-yard line, but that moves the chains. 20 seconds to go, and it's first down for Nicholls at the Vaquero 15.
Yeah, they ran kind of like a fake screen type of play there. Just fools a little bit of the defenders there and get the first down.
Rodrigue will spike the ball, stop the clock with 17 seconds left here in this second quarter. And now if you're Nicholls, you get greedy. You can still get a first down without getting in the end zone, first of all. So you don't necessarily have to attack in the end zone, but you certainly have the option.
Yeah, and 17 seconds is enough time for them to run 2 solid plays, as because they got the first down there, the clock doesn't keep going. It only took off about 10 seconds from the clock.
And Rodrigue, he waited, and when he's got time, his receivers are getting open downfield. Second down play here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion right to left. Rodrigue to throw, pressured, waits, gets rid of the ball, and a diving catch, but out of bounds.
And he took some major punishment on the throw, did Rodrigue, throwing to the right side. The Vaqueros ran blitz with a man defense behind him. It was an amazing catch by number 22. You don't see running backs make a lot of catches like that. Brock Jr. turned, caught the backside shoulder, but out of bounds.
He exits the game limping as well. The coaches wanted him to stay in, but Brock Jr. had to take himself out of the ball game. Karaj Johnson checks in. Meanwhile, in the backfield is Shane Lee. 12 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd and 10 for the Colonels, and they'll look to throw. Rodrigue, pressured, waits, gets rid of the ball. Lee catches inbounds, does not get a first down. No timeouts remaining. That should take us to halftime.
Absolutely. That'll take us to halftime, and the Vaqueros are able to escape without giving up any points.
They made the tackle inbounds, and Lee did not gain the yards to get, and no timeouts remaining for Nicholls. So a fortunate play there, or a big play, either way you look at it. Vaqueros hold on and lead this game by the score of 14-7. And Jonathan, you look down on the field and you think, man, UTRGV looks better than this football team, and yet they're only up 7 as they get ready for the halftime break.
And when you're only up 7, that leaves it up for anything to happen. Football is a game where one touchdown can come on any play.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go through the first half statistics, and we'll also get into our halftime show. UTRGV led 7-0. It was tied at 7 apiece. They took a 14-7 lead, and that's where we set as we head to the halftime break. We'll be back.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
This is the Vaqueros Sports Network. This is the UTRGV Football Halftime Show.
Welcome back out here to Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium alongside Jonathan Medina. I'm Joe Bowling. At half, UTRGV football leads Nicholls 14-7. We're just 2 days away from opening tip-off of UTRGV basketball seasons. Earlier this week, Jonah caught up with the Vaqueros women's basketball assistant coach and Valley native Victoria Pena to discuss the upcoming season.
Coach Al was more than just a legendary coach. He was a builder of people. He took young men and turned them into leaders, set high standards, not just for performance, but for character, discipline, and teamwork. He believed that success wasn't only measured by wins and championships, but by how you carried yourself and how you treated others. His leadership has left a lasting mark that continues to shape the culture here of UTRGV athletics and inspire new generations of student athletes. I think you can still feel his influence in the pride that our community has, being in our hometown university, and in the values he helped instill: hard work, humility, and heart. Today's street dedication is more than just a name on a sign. It's a symbol of gratitude. It's our way for our city and residents to say thank you. Thank you, Coach Al, for the years of dedication, the memories, and the legacy that continues to make Edinburgh proud. Today, as we unveil Coach Al Ogletree, may it serve as a reminder to all who pass through this area of what it means to give your best, to lead with integrity, and to leave a mark that endures long after the ballgame.
You know, this honors a great man, a wonderful man, who did great things for this community, but it also honors the tradition that he left. And his legacy is not just the teams and not just Rick, it's these guys as well, and this coach as well. That legacy is what enables us to build strong programs down through the future. He's truly a remarkable man. We were blessed to have him here for the number of years he was here. He created a tradition, and our legacy, the way we honor him is by continuing that tradition. So you guys, remember, you're carrying on a very long tradition, one that's well more than half century old, and we appreciate what you do, and more than anything, we deeply appreciate Coach Ogletree. His name will be here at the busiest intersection in the Rio Grande Valley. Every student at UTRGV will see that sign.
I met Coach Ogletree 8 years ago when I first got the job. I was extremely nervous and excited. I knew of him as a young coach in North Texas, but I never played for him or I never coached against him. But I've talked to a lot of the players from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the message was very clear. He was a winner, and you can tell that by his record. But he was loved and respected by his players, coaches that he competed against, and this community. He was a tireless worker. The stories of him mowing the baseball field with his overalls on and no shirt always made me laugh. I want to try that sometimes. We don't have the overalls. But he never blamed his players for losing. He always took full responsibility and said it was his fault and he wished he could have done something better to help the kids win. It was unbelievable, his thoughts on that and how he took the pressure off the players. In my short time here, we have had so many great players on campus in recruiting and playing, and it's funny how their dads all talk about him. The dads remember him, and they remember the legacy of this program. The school's name, colors, and mascot have changed, but the legacy of Coach Ogletree is engraved in this baseball program's culture.
He's one of the winningest coaches in NCAA history and a member of several Halls of Fame. But what made Coach Al truly special wasn't what he accomplished, it was how he did it and who he did it with. His longtime assistant coach, Reggie Treadaway, was an absolute student of the game and was Coach Al Ogletree's recruiter and right hand until Coach's retirement. Coach Ogletree brought together young men from all walks of life, from all over the country and even Canada and part of our country, Puerto Rico, and somehow turned us all into a family. We prayed for him and for each other. And remember, this was a long time before the days of cell phones and email, so most of us not me, but most of us were from far away from home, and Coach Al Ogletree became like a father figure to many of us. He didn't just coach baseball. He taught us how to be men. He prepared us for life after baseball. His leadership, his integrity, and his heart touched everyone.
Thanks, Jonah. At halftime, it's UTRGV football on top of Nicholls 14-7. Let's take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for Saddle Up Short. You're listening to UTRGV football along the Vaqueros Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back out here to Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium. Alongside Jonathan Medina, I'm Joe Bowling. At the half, UTRGV leading Nicholls 14-7. Have you heard about Saddle Up Podcast? It's a weekly web show hosted by former UTPA men's basketball players Matt Palmquist and Gonzalo Garza. Focuses largely on telling the stories of former student athletes from UTRGV and its legacy institutions. In this Saddle Up short, Matt and G catch up with former Pan American women's tennis star Barbara Gonzalez.
Hey guys, welcome to another Saddle Up Alumni Spotlight. I'm Matt Palmquist. G Garza, what's going on, Uncle Gico? How you doing?
What's going on, Matty P? I'm excited to be a part of another halftime alumni spotlight during this awesome football game.
Oh, yeah. It's Saturday. It's a great day to be a Vaquero fan. UTRGV football in the house. And this week, we have none other than Dr. Barbara Gonzalez. Welcome to the show. How are you, Barbara?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're blessed to have you. Now, for those of people in the audience that don't know exactly who you are, tell us what sport you played and what years you attended the university.
I played tennis for the university, and I came in 87 and was here until 1990.
Fantastic.
Man, that is awesome. And I bet you those years were absolutely precious for you. Man, tell the audience, Barbara, what is your most precious memory of attending UTPA, UTRGV in general, or from, specifically from playing tennis?
I can do a little bit of both. I think the biggest is when we won conference in 1989. We were the first team to win a conference for the university. So that was huge. But in general, it was such a magical time because at that time we were still small. When I came in, it was Pan American University, transitioned to UTPA. But what I loved about it the most is all the athletes would come together on the weekends and we really supported each other. So all the sports, we were always together as a big athletic department. And I still have friends to this day from different sports that I keep up with.
I mean, I remember you coming on the Saddle Up podcast show talking about those get-togethers, and we wish we could have been there.
And even if we were, we would have never been invited. So let's not get that twisted. But Barbara was popular.
So we're talking about the past. Let's talk about what's going on with you now, Barbara. What are you doing now?
Now I'm the Executive Director of Student Support Services for Vanguard Academy. And since we last spoke, I am now the UTRGV Hall of Fame Committee Chairman.
Congratulations.
Hey, G, there might be a chance that we get in now. We could get nominated. We know some people.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. Well, we would love a chance. And obviously that is a great position to be in, Barbara. Nobody deserves it more than you. And of course, being in that position, you get to see a lot. You get to hear a lot of stories. You get to reminisce about all of those memories that we share together, right? Going to the same university. But Vaquero football is something that we never had, right? In the past, we always thought about it. How excited are you to see your alma mater finally have this inaugural football season come to life?
I am still in awe of everything that's happening. I went to a game, I guess it was the second game that I went to, and to see the support from people from all across the valley, the chant, the hearing. I mean, I was just in awe and seeing everyone dressed in the colors. That's what every athlete wants at Division I, to have that kind of support. But to see it on that grand scale, I'm just so excited for the university and for those young men and everyone else, because it takes a lot. And even seeing the student body, I mean, we were part of that student body in the basketball, seeing that, but to have the whole bleachers full with students, again, I'm in awe. And the fact that we've got so many Valley kids that are on the football team, cheerleaders, we actually have dancers from our school district. They're dancing and seeing the band. It's just a phenomenal thing. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger as we continue.
I love to hear that. You know what else is phenomenal, Barbara?
What, sir?
You are a phenomenal person, and we can't thank you enough for taking the time out to be on the Saddle Up halftime spotlight. We wish you all the best. We can't thank you enough for being our friend, being a supporter. You were like one of the first guests in the beginning to give us a shot and share your story. So, Barbara, thank you again.
Well, thank you for having me, because it really is an honor. I really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Barbara. And thank you all for joining us at this Vaquero Alumni Spotlight. Saddle up and bees up.
Joe and Jonathan, back to you.
Thanks, guys. For full episodes of Saddle Up Podcast, visit saddleuppodcast.com. Score at halftime. UTRGV leads Nicholls 14-7. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be time for the second half. You're listening to UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap and fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet.
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Back here, both teams have returned. Jonathan, a couple minutes before the second half kickoff, Vaqueros outgain Nicholls 203 to 161 in total offense, 131 yards in the air to 97. Outgain them on the ground 72 to 64, lead by 7. You just get the feel, though, this is one possession away from being a war between these two teams.
Absolutely. Nicholls is going to get the ball first in the next half, and what they just ran out of time on that last drive. The Vaqueros defense hasn't done that good of a job here tonight. So even though it's a 7-point lead going into halftime, it feels like any moment this is not a game where you can really take the brakes off.
Nicholls will get the ball to start the second half. Vaqueros at times move the ball with ease, Jonathan. At other times it wasn't that easy. But on the other side, Nicholls, if they wanted to come into this thing controlling the tempo of the game, I think they did a pretty good job of doing that in the first half.
Yeah, now they're converting with all 3 downs. It feels like on every single time that they have the ball, they're using all 3 downs, even the 4th down multiple times on that one scoring drive they had. So even though it feels like they're having to work a little harder on offense, they are getting those first downs, and they are working their way up the field. So the Vaqueros defense is going to have to step it up here. The offense has been doing a great job here tonight, but not getting the touchdowns. They only got 2 in the first half.
Nathan Denny, 10 carries, 58 yards, including a touchdown. He looked at times like, hey, if we want to just run the football and match them, that perhaps the Vaqueros could do that as well.
Yeah, the offensive line has been doing a great job. So Eddie Lee, he's making plays on some scrambles a little bit, but on all the run plays, it feels like we're consistently getting yards. They're making the blocks. They're getting positive yards. So the offense should be able to control the game in the second half. It's the defense that needs to step up just a little bit more.
Vaqueros send the kicking team out. 12 minutes on the clock as we're ready to start this third quarter of play. UTRGV playing here at home normally would be comfortably out in front of somebody in games we've called here. Jonathan, again, I circle this first possession as a biggie to how this game plays out.
Absolutely. You give up a touchdown right here. You give up any points right here. All of a sudden, you can start feeling nervous if you're the Vaqueros. That even right now with only a 7-point lead, it feels like people feel confident, but at the same time, it's just a one-possession game.
2 men back to return the kickoff. Deuce Hogan on the left-hand side, and the kickoff is in his direction, but it's shorter than that. A fair catch is called for and made at the 18-yard line. Backpedaling there was Jackson Dufresne, and not as good a field position as you'd like if you're the Colonels to start this drive.
Well, I thought it would go to the 25-yard line if he fair caught it, but it looks like they're marking it. Okay, no, it is at the 25-yard line.
Okay.
But, yes, they're kicking into the wind right there, so I would have thought he would have given it a shot to do something there as he caught it with plenty of time to try to make a move.
So the drive starts at the 25 for the Colonels of Nicholls. Brock Jr. is the tailback to start this second half. And on a play action, Rodrigue looks to throw. Now he's going to run. And he's hit from behind, got across the 30. That's a 5-yard gain.
And he gets 5 yards there, but he does take a big hit at the end. And the amount of running plays that he's had throughout this game, and many of them are not designed. He's scrambling and then just not seeing anyone open. They've done mostly a very good job of containing the big passes besides a few key moments here tonight.
7 carries for Ian Rodrigue, the quarterback for Nicholls, and most of these are on design runs. It's not like he's being flushed out. Second down, and this time they'll run it with Brock Jr. He breaks it across the 40 out to the 44-yard line, tripped up, but he had a lot of green to run in if he could have kept going through that tackle.
Yeah, right there was a huge tackle by Jaden Haygood, and Haygood had to just hold on to him as he brought him down, but had he broken that last tackle by Haygood, he would have been off to the races.
He got to the 43. A man down is a Vaquero, and they're going to call an official timeout on that and attend to one of the guys that was trying to chase him down as he made the turn upfield. Timeout on the field. Vaqueros leading 14-7. Nicholls on the march. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
XHRYS.
Ultra 90.1. A station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1. Only good vibes. XHBK-FM. XEBK-AM. Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas.
Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios.
Percy Jackson III went out for the Vaqueros. He walked up under his own power. We'll hope for his return. Meanwhile, first down, and Nicholls back to work. Rodriguez slings a pass out to the midfield area, about a 9-yard gain as he went right to Karaz Johnson, and they're moving the ball.
Yeah, he had a nice little easy completion right there to Johnson. I think part of it is they've been running the ball so effectively, so you're giving some space because you know that the run game has been so effective here tonight.
Started the drive on their own 25, ball at the 50, second down and 4 to go for the Colonels, trailing 14-7. They'll run it right side. It's Brock Jr., takes on a tackler, dropped, got a couple yards, third down coming up.
And he gets met right in the hole by safety T.J. Neal, but does give up the first down there, but takes a hard hit as he hits Neal.
Looked like he was going to be short of that, but his momentum, he had a heavy burst of speed behind him that carried him through that big hit. So, yeah, first down for Rodriguez. The ball now is in UTRGV territory at the Vaquero 47. And Nicholls with 12:54 to go here in the third quarter, trying to even things up. Rodriguez on a direct keep, takes it, and he's dropped at the 46, gained a yard.
And he comes up wanting to get some, he's trying to fight with our linebacker there as he pushes up on Rick after Rick made the tackle there. But on those, he's a lot of design runs. They've been very, very active using their quarterback in the run game here tonight. So Rodriguez gets, I think that's his 8th carry of the night.
Spencer Rich hit him, and then Rodriguez got up like, hey, what are you hitting me like that for? It's like, because you're a ball carrier. You're not a quarterback. You're a ball carrier coming across that line, and that's what you're going to get. 2nd and 9. And a shotgun formation for Rodriguez. 3 receivers right side. He's looking right side all the way. Now he's going to run. He's got a lot of room, too. Takes it across the 40, slides forward. Got hit right at the first down marker. I think he's going to be given across that. They may mark him a half yard short.
Yeah, he kind of had a slow slide there Had he waited a little bit longer, he would have gotten the first down, but he wasn't looking at where the first down was, but there was so much open space in front of him. Still takes a hit because his slide wasn't a fast slide. It's kind of slow.
And Spencer Rich was the guy that came up to finish him off, and he was really getting ready to level him. He backed off just a bit. 3rd and 1, and Rodrigue hands it off. That's going to be a first down run as they bring Lee back in the game. And Lee rumbles in across the 35 down to the Vaquero 34. He's been a handful all game. 9 carries, now 10 carries, and 45 yards on the ground.
And it is starting to get chippy out there between the offense and the defense. They're each trying to set the tone. They're trying to say, we're the tough guys. Defense say, no, we're the tough guys. And so they're starting to push each other a little bit extra after every play. But when you have a run game like this, it's kind of that challenge of, well, we want to step up and stop you. And Nicholls is saying, well, you better try.
And their big offensive linemen are winning the battles, opening up just enough for Lee, Brock Jr., and Rodrigue all to run the ball. First down, the snap is fumbled. Rodrigue picks it up, tries to make something out of this, completes a pass on the sideline. It's going to be
he stepped out
of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, he did make the completion. He did have someone open. He hits number 3, Johnson. It feels like Johnson's been very active for him on the outside edges whenever he's throwing it. But there was a missed catch on the snap, but he's able to elude. So even though it's an incompletion, when you start off the play with a fumble, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Karaj Johnson has a couple of catches, and that was, he actually got his hands on it. Like you said, caught it, but was momentum carrying him out of bounds, couldn't get his foot down. 2nd and 10. And a spread formation for Rodrigue. Hands it off to Brock Jr. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Stood up and taken down. Gained a yard. 3rd and 9 coming up.
And multiple players there. They stalemate the offensive line there, so there's no movement. And then Nathan Huerta is able to wrap him up and hold him. And then seems like Rick's also trying to get some extra little play in there. So he finishes him off with a hit at the end.
And one of the guys that gets up shaking his head after he took a hit was the tight end Everett Hunter. He tried to deliver a block out there, and he was leveled. And he was the last guy to get up out of that pile. 3rd and 9 for Rodrigue and the Colonels. 9:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. This is the opening drive of the 2nd half. Rodrigue to throw. Pressured. Rolls out right side, buys some time, delivers a pass, diving attempt. Everett makes the catch, short of first down yardage, gained 8.
Well, right after you said he was the last one to get up, this time he stays in there on a route. He's the last one to get open. He saves his quarterback, Rodrigue, there with a catch.
And Nicholls appears to be calling a timeout. No, there's an injury. One of the Vaqueros went down in the secondary, and they're going to call that an official timeout. So, decision time for Nicholls. We believe they'll go for it. We'll talk about that and more after this. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valleys team is ready to make history on the field. At Fort Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fort Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Fourth down play, I confirm with Jonathan that we do believe they're going to go for it on fourth down, and they will. Nicholls facing 4th and 2 after the break. Rodriguez waits. Long count, takes, going to run. Left side, going to get hit. Not going to get there. Vaqueros make the stop and take over on downs.
Big stop right there. It looked like Anderson and a couple of other Vaqueros, maybe House, got in on the tackle there. Rodriguez, he's been making a lot of big plays in the run game, but that time the Vaqueros make the big stop. We were just saying how critical it would be if Nicholls can get a score here. That would put them right in this game. So this allows the Vaqueros to breathe a little bit. As the offense comes out, if the Vaqueros can get some points, it would turn into a 2-possession game.
That was just shy of a 6-minute drive that comes up empty to start the second half for Nicholls. And now the Vaquero offense back on the field for the first time here in the second half. Marburger and company going to work. Drive starts at their own 26. Marburger on a first down play. Denny shifts out of the backfield. Looking right, Marburger wants to throw, chased out of the pocket, and throws it out of bounds. He was pressured that time and nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, it looked like they were wanting to give up just underneath stuff, and Marburger was wanting to go deep. He eventually settles for trying to throw it to Nolan. I think he was actually trying to complete it to Nolan, but they were just not on the same page there, so it goes out of bounds. And so they'll be at 2nd and 10.
Nolan wide right, Diaz wide left for the Vaqueros on this second down play. 2nd and 10 from their own 26. Denny to the right of Marburger on the play. He will run it. Left side, gets to the 30, takes on a tackler and is brought down. Gain 3. Good solid tackle out there, isolated for Nicholls.
And that was number 34 on the tackle. That's Trayvon Moore, a defensive back. Had he been able to get by him, he had a lot of speed going on the edge. A huge hole made, but a big tackle there by the safety.
3rd and 6 now for the Vaqueros. Ball outside their 30, near the 31-yard line on this third down play. You don't want to go 3 and out here and give it back to their offense. Ball tipped and intercepted by Nicholls across the 30-yard line, down to the 25-yard line, and to the 22-yard line. They'll take over on the tip drill and an interception.
Yeah, Eddie Lee tried to squeeze it in on a spot that was a little too tight. Gets hit, and the ball goes up in the air. Almost gets returned all the way. Comes all the way down to the 22-yard line. So now there was a lot of pressure on that Vaqueros defense to make a stop in basically this same area. And now they'll have to do the same thing. But this time, Nicholls has a first down.
So you really look at it and say, well, if they would have converted on fourth down, they would be about right here on the drive. So your defense got to take a breather of all but 3 plays, and they're right back out there trying to shut down this Nicholls offense. 3 receivers right side on the short side of the field for Nicholls. 8:12 to go in the third quarter. 14-7 Vaqueros lead. Nicholls with the ball. Pitch it on a sweep. Run it left side and inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Now took it across the field, and that time Scrappy Osby gained some yards.
And that's Jackson Wade as well as Hurd Jr. making the tackle. He had some space. They had just enough speed to catch him, but it was just inches away. Had he gotten that edge, he could have taken it to the house. So big tackle there by the 2 defenders.
2nd and 4. Brock Jr. checks in the game. He has been platooning the running duties with Kyron Lee, or check that with Lee for the Colonels. Rodrigue wants to throw, has time, delivers. It's caught by Everett inside the 5, dives to the pylon, and he got there. Touchdown, Nicholls.
Yeah, right. I think they saw something on the film. They kept going opposite direction. This time they go to the backside. So the whole offense, the whole flow of all the passing routes are going towards the right, and the tight end is sneaking off on the left one-on-one against our linebacker. And that time, number 83 of the offense, the big tight end, Everett Hunter, makes the touchdown play. So they are right back in this game. And if they make this extra point, it'll be 14-14 with 7:22 here in the third quarter.
And looking, you look at the body language after a touchdown, and the happiest guys on the entire field, either sideline, was the offensive line for the Nicholls Colonels. They know they're taking control of this football game.
Absolutely. They have been grounding and pounding and then getting a little bit extra on the little pass plays, and it finally paid off for them here.
Extra point to tie the game is away and good. 14 apiece, 7:22 to go. And the Vaqueros will get the ball after this. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotzsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer.
HRYS. Ultra 90.1. A station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1. Only good vibes. XHBK-FM. XEBK-AM. Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas.
Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's your country 95.7. A station represented by Radio United.
Kyron Lee and Carter Hewitt back to return a kick for the Vaqueros. Stand inside their 5-yard line. Nicholls scores with 7:22 to go here in the third quarter, and the Colonels have tied this game up at 14 apiece. Vaqueros looking on the kick return. It's a line drive kick. Takes a bounce, and through the end zone it goes. And that was a kick that just had a lot of velocity on it as it took that bounce at the end zone.
Yeah, it hit our Vaquero player in the hands and just popped right out the back of the end zone as it popped up faster to him than I think he was expecting. But it feels like here in the stadium there's been so much success here at home that it doesn't feel like people are nervous. But the score is 14-14, and it feels like the offense for Nicholls has really started to get moving.
You see some flags down there, some American flags in the stands, and the wind is pushing them quite a bit into the face of Eddie Marburger if you take that down field level. So Marburger on first down brings the offense back out. 3 receivers right side. He's going to throw. Swings it out. It's going to be caught by Nolan. He's going to be hit and dropped. Good job blowing up that play by the defense for the Colonels.
Yeah, right there. They're trying to make a block for him is Cord, but Cord is not able to get the block. It seemed like they were ready for that play, was the defense by Nicholls on that one.
Hayden Shaheen made the stop, the 6', 215-pound grad student out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 2nd and 11 for Marburger. Deep drop, swings a pass out to Denny. Denny spins forward, gains a couple, but suddenly it's 3rd and 7. And Jonathan, the Vaquero offense needs to stay on the field for a while.
Absolutely. Their defense has been out there the entire second half, basically. But right now, this Nicholls defense, they're starting to play with some juice behind them.
6:25 and counting here in the third quarter. Marburger, receivers either side of the field on a 3rd down play. Nicholls creeping up at the line, showing a lot of pressure coming up, especially from that right side. Marburger catches. He's going to run up the middle, takes a miss, makes a miss, dives forward, got a 1st down, sliding to the 40.
They showed a lot of pressure. They had basically everyone that was not playing corner on a receiver right up on the line. They only blitz 5, and Marburger finds the gap and gets the 1st down.
Vaqueros go hurry up. Marburger takes a snap, hands it off. It's Denny. Races forward, got to the 45-yard line. 7 quick yards on 1st down.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden I had just said that Nicholls' defense started looking like they had some juice to them, and now it feels like the Vaqueros' offense is the one that has absorbed all the juice here on this drive. And so you have to get that first down. That's so critical when you come out after you gave up a score. You cannot punt it right away. So that was critical for them to get the 1st down, and we'll see how they continue this drive.
2nd and 3. They slowed the pace just a bit, waiting for this next snap for the Vaqueros. Marburger slings a pass left side. It's dropped. That was into and out of the hands of Elijah Gray or Smith Flores, who usually catches that.
Yeah, he had Smith Flores there open on the play. I'm pretty sure Smith Flores would have fallen into a 1st down there. He was hit hard by number 12 of the defense, but that's not what caused the ball to fall down. That was a dropped pass, but it wasn't Rogers knocking it out.
That's Anthony Rogers, the 5'11", 175-pound freshman. 3rd down play for Marburger. Deep drop over the middle. That ball is poked away and incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Vaqueros from their own 45-yard line. And Marburger saying, let me stay in the game. Let's this offense. Coach says, no, sir.
And Shaheen was all over. They tried going back to Smith Flores for the short completion to get the 1st down, but Shaheen, number 10, linebacker of the defense, he was all over him. Some people were asking for a flag out there, but no flag, and so the Vaqueros punt team will go out, and they'll punt into the wind.
Into the wind, 5:06 to go in the third quarter. Low snap, they'll get the punt away. It's a high kick, and it's going to be a fair catch made at the 14-yard line. And we've played 10 minutes of this third quarter, and most of it has been with Nicholls' offense on the field, and here they come again.
Absolutely. The defense has had to work here in the second half as there was a long drive, and then we caused a turnover on downs, but then we turned the ball over right away, and now we only get 1 first down out of that. So this third quarter has been Nicholls on offense basically every second of it.
Ian Rodriguez brings his team out, starting a drive at their own 14-yard line. And he'll have Brock Jr. in the backfield to start this drive. Twin receivers right, 2 to the left-hand side as well for Rodriguez on 1st down. He's going to run it to the left side. He bounces forward, got to the 20. Boy, he takes some hard hits, but he also gains some tough yardage and gets 5.
And he keeps on getting up. Number 69, the center, and 50. They make a big block down the middle. So the rest of the defense kind of sustained to their area, but the big block by number 50, Barnes, and number 69, Bradford, they just opened a hole for Rodriguez to follow, but there is a player down.
One of those big linemen did go down for the Colonels of Nicholls. First, I thought it was Rodriguez that didn't get back up, but he bounced right back up like it was nothing. And we talked about earlier that linebackers hitting quarterbacks usually can send a message, but in this case, Rodriguez is like, I'm a ball carrier, and I know what to do with it.
He has played so tough here in this game here tonight. It's really allowed their offense to have a whole nother threat. So the Vaqueros defense is having to guard. You don't find that many designed runs by a quarterback. And here tonight, I think that's now into double digits.
Double-digit carries for Rodrigue. And, this injury is one of the linemen who is getting up on his own power. That's Jamar Jones, a 295-pound freshman out of Metairie, Louisiana. But that actually gave another little breather, if you will, to the Vaquero defense, who have got to find a way to regroup here. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and we had earlier one of our players had the cramp on the field. So this defense, we had a player get hurt. We had a player get cramps. They've been out there, and they're having to go against a team that's pounding it over and over and over.
Brock Jr. lines up about 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So he'll get a head of steam if they hand it off to him. On 2nd and 5 under center, Rodrigue fakes the handoff, rolls right, and delivers a pass. Overshoots his man. Incomplete pass.
And his man was open. He was going for the running back. That's the third-string running back out there on the field, but just overthrows him. Should have been an easy completion and probably a run after the catch for a first down, but it would have been close, but just way overthrown.
Jonathan D'Artez out there, the intended receiver. They gave him a lot of cushion as well. 3rd and 5 from their own 20 for Nicholls. Game tied at 14 apiece. 4:23 to go here in the third. Rodrigue has Brock Jr. to his right. 5 on the play clock. Rodrigue waits, takes the snap, drops back to throw, steps up, delivers, and it's incomplete. Nice job on the secondary for the Vaqueros to break that one loose.
And that was Hudgens guarding man-to-man against Johnson. We've seen Johnson be one of the favorite targets here tonight. That time Hudgens is guarding him one-on-one. The ball gets in there, and then he bobbles it just a little bit, and Hudgens just takes him down. He takes him down really aggressive, gave him a hard pull down on there. I was a little worried about a penalty there, as it looked like it was a really tough takedown.
It was hard enough that he took him down and stood back up with him still in his grasp, and Johnson didn't like that either. Punting time for the Colonels. That's a bad punt. Short punt, takes a bounce at the 40. Now, you got to get out of the way if you're a Vaquero. And it's going to be at the nickel 40.
It landed out of bounds, so it looked like the Vaqueros were not ready for the call. Right there, you start making a call for to go away from the ball, but it does fall out of bounds, so does not. There were players in the general area in the distance, but it's out of bounds. But there's some chippiness out there. These two teams have come out here, and they are fighting in front of all of our fans, or not fighting as in fist fighting, but they're going into the whistle and maybe even a little more.
It's a football game, that's for sure. A physical football game. Now, where the ball sits to start the drive for the Vaquero offense is the Nicholls 35-yard line. So that punt went for roughly 15 yards.
About 12, 15 yards.
First down play for Marburger and company. Big play time here if they can go for it. He drops back to throw, has time, goes over the middle, caught. It's going to be inside the 10, and they do go right downfield, and Smith Flores reels it in.
He had he had a drop and an incompletion on the last possession. Marburger goes right back to him, almost gets a touchdown as he gets tackled at about the 4-yard line there.
Hit him in stride right down the middle of the field. First and goal, Vaqueros. Ball sets at the 7 of the Colonels. UTRGV has never trailed in this game, and they're looking to regain the lead here. Marburger on a first and goal. Hands it off to Denny. Denny bounces it left-hand side. Nathan Denny to the house. Touchdown, Vaqueros. A 2-play drive. 3:29 to go in the third quarter. They're back on top.
And just like that, the Vaqueros show how quickly they can score. Two plays to score on this drive. And on that play right there, Nicholls actually did a great job of defending the run on the interior, but just a great play by Denny to break it out to the left side and off to the races into the end zone. The Vaqueros answer back 20-14. It'll be 21 if the extra point goes.
Special teams come into play there as the punt team did not get the job done for Nicholls. Extra point for the Vaqueros is right through the uprights, and they lead 21-14. 3:29 to go. It's one of those quarters that Nicholls looks over and is like, we outplayed you until then.
Yep, absolutely. So the Vaqueros are able to answer back. This quarter's felt like the Nicholls has had the ball the whole time, and then all of a sudden a bad punt play of only 15 yards and then a big pass play later, and all of a sudden they're looking up saying, weren't we just tied? Didn't we just take over the third quarter? And now we're back in the same place once again.
Nicholls will return the kick. Still 3:29 to go in this third quarter.
Now, the only bad thing was they didn't give their defense much of a break because they scored so fast on that. So they'll continue to have the defense out for basically the entire third quarter here.
If I count that, that's 5 plays from scrimmage for the Vaquero offense in the entire third quarter. Kickoff is a short kick, and a fair catch is made inside the 20. So, once again, Nicholls will start a drive at their own 25-yard line. But, hey, 5 plays on offense for the Vaqueros, and yet they retake the lead.
Absolutely. They retake the lead. All the fans are excited once again. But I thought the crowd got a little bit louder in that last possession when the Vaqueros were on defense. It felt like all of a sudden the fun party environment that we have at Vaquer Stadium all of a sudden turned into everyone in the stands going, hey, we got to be part of this game too. We got to show some urgency and support the Vaqueros. They got a little bit louder when the Vaqueros were on defense the last time around. Let's see if they can sustain it here in-house.
See if the defense can get energized from the touchdown by the offense for the Vaqueros. First down play for the Colonels, and they will run it on an option. Rodriguez pitches it out. Back is hit. Won't get back to the line of scrimmage. Vaqueros strung that out perfectly.
And I think that was Hudgens that escaped his block on the edge there to make a tackle for loss.
I think that was Lee out there, Shane Lee, the ball carrier, and he is not getting up. He's sitting up, but he was popped as he tried to turn that upfield.
Yeah, there was a hard collision there as the Vaquero defender basically tackled low in order to make the tackle there. I was a little worried. It looked like there were some blockers out there, but he's able to escape his block and make the tackle. Ends up being a tackle for loss, as it looks like to me like number 14, Brian McQuaid, the receiver, is down, and he might have been blocking, and then maybe they rolled up on him after all the tackles happened.
Okay, yeah, so he gets up under his own power, but I thought that was Lee at first. We saw Lee exit the game earlier.
But a loss of yards, when you have such a run-focused offense like Nicholls has had tonight, when you lose a yard, that really takes a lot of the play calls and the design of what the offensive coordinator wants to do, what the head coach wants to do on offense. It changes a little bit, so we'll see how they respond here now that they're 2nd and 11.
Second down play for Rodriguez. He's got Shane Lee to his left-hand side on this play. 3 minutes to go in the third. He wants to throw. Rodriguez steps up, gets a pass away, incomplete, over the hands of Lee, and Rodriguez took some punishment as he delivered that pass.
And he gets hit and taken down by the defense of the Vaqueros. That was number 94 of the Vaqueros defense. It's Amari Pouncey who gets the hit on him. He had an open receiver. He's dumped it off to Lee, but overthrows it. That's the second time in the last 2 drives that he overthrows his running back on the dump-offs. Those are some easy 4 or 5 yards that you can get sometimes with a dump-off like that just got erased.
Suddenly, the defense of the Vaqueros trying to make this a short possession on this trip on the field for the Colonel offense. Rodriguez wants to throw as he rolls out. Chased, hit, dropped. Gained a couple, and the Vaquero defense certainly is playing at another level now.
And that is Ian Box, and it is just behind the line of scrimmage, so he does get credit for a sack on that one. And so Ian Box gets the sack to end that drive and bring the ball back to the Vaqueros. They do have the wind behind them, so you should not expect another 15-yard punt. But big job, big play right there by Ian Box and the rest of the Vaqueros defense. As he was trying to find someone open, he extended the play for quite a bit. Ian Box had to run him down from quite a bit of distance.
Farrell Harewood is the punter from Congerstone, England, an NFL Academy player for this Nicholls team, and this time he delivers a beauty. Punts it all the way down inside the Vaquero 15-yard line, and that's where UTRGV will take over. 2:01 to go in the third quarter, and just in the snap of a fingers, the complexion of this third quarter has changed in the past minute and a half.
Absolutely. They came out here, they scored quickly the last drive, and it felt like all the momentum was on Nicholls' side, and then all of a sudden it has flipped in the last minute and a half. The Vaqueros get a touchdown. They get a 3-and-out, and now the Vaqueros offense gets to answer. If they can put some points on the board, that'll make it a two-possession game.
Marburger sets him down. First down play from his own, well, call it the 15-yard line, so 85 yards away from pay dirt for the Vaqueros. Man in motion, going to the right. Marburger wants to throw. Waits, pressured, stays on his feet, looks downfield, now delivers a deep ball, deep downfield, and it is off the hands of the receiver at the 40-yard line, going for Tony Diaz.
He almost had Tony Diaz on there. Number 7 of the defense is going to be upset. Jake Dalmato had the missed sack as he was able to escape quickly and get on Marburger, but Marburger just does not let himself get tackled and escapes, and then he almost makes a huge play to Diaz. We haven't said Diaz's main much tonight. I thought that was about to be the moment, but he's not able to get his hands, or not able to secure the catch. He got his hands on it, just not able to secure it.
Diaz lines up this time as a receiver, 3-receiver set. Marburger hands it off on a running play. It's going to be Denny, Nathan Denny, out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Vaqueros.
And in the run game tonight, it's felt like the Vaqueros are, when they whether it's Danny or Dement, when they put the hand in the running back's hand, it feels like we're getting positive yards every time, about 4 and 5 plus every time. That time we get 8 yards. As he follows the tight end pull to the right side, he had another offensive lineman pulling to the right side. He essentially just follows and just keeps his way up the field.
Diaz wide left, Cord and Nolan wide right for the Vaqueros on this 3rd down play. Denny in the backfield, Marburger to throw. Drops back, waits, downfield, looking again on a deep route, incomplete pass, wanted Tony Diaz. Never could get his stride going, defended well.
Yeah, defended well by Rogers right there. He was attached at the hip, stuck with him the entire time. And now the Vaqueros are 3-and-out really quickly. So they only took about 1 minute of possession on the clock.
And the field position should change in favor of Nicholls here with 1:01 to go as the Vaquero punter stands inside his 10, has to face the wind. We've seen him get away some good punts, though. Kicks this one, a low kick, takes a bounce out across the 45 of Nicholls, and then Karam's out of bounds there. We'll check on the spot.
It should be about the 44. Oh, they're giving it all the way up to almost the 50-yard line.
Mark it down. Let's split it at the 45. Well, now the 46. Anyway, we got 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Nicholls will get a short field to start this drive, down just 7.
Now, with about 3 possessions of the Vaqueros having the ball, they've only taken about 3 minutes off the clock. So all but 3 minutes of the 15 will be Nicholls most likely, as they should run out the clock here with less than a minute left.
Their offense has been on the field, controlling the tempo of the game, and yet they look up, and that can be frustrating on an offense for Nicholls to say, we've done all this right, we're still losing. Ready to go is Rodrigue. Hands it off. It's going to be Brock Jr. He's hit as he got near the 48-yard line. Again, you can see that extra effort being delivered on these hits by the Vaqueros.
Absolutely, extra effort. And on these plays, the front side of the Vaqueros offense is doing a good job of holding their blocks, but the Nicholls offensive line, they've been doing a great job of cutting off the backside, allowing their runners, whether it be Lee or Junior, they're able to make the cutback for some positive yards.
Lee in the backfield now to the left side of Rodrigue. That was a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5 for Nicholls. Play clock at 8, game clock at 16. They'll have to take a snap here in the third quarter. Rodrigue to throw, right side pass, and undershoots his man, incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 9 seconds to go. He wanted to go to Karaj Johnson again, but just couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, Johnson was open. He found a sweet spot in the gap of the defense. It would have been a first down, but Rodrigue threw it farther out to the right side, and Johnson had cut more to the inside. So they just a little bit of miscommunication, or they're just not in alignment on what they're seeing out there. So the benefit to the Vaqueros defense on that one.
Third down and an empty backfield for quarterback Ian Rodrigue. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Takes a snap, drops back to throw, pressure, rolls out right side, looking downfield, got a pass, got a completed pass to Everett, right back to his tight end, move the chains down to the 40, and that takes us to the fourth quarter.
And there's a little bit of extra action out there between the quarterback. The referee has to really step in.
He got a little physical trying to separate some players there. Well, 3 quarters in the books. Vaqueros lead it. Nicholls in Vaquero territory when we start the fourth. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valleys team is ready to make history on the field. At Fort Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fort Ticket Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
El fentanilo te mata. Te engancha desde la primera vez y ocasiona la muerte. Una familia que se apoya y escucha está unida y te da vida. Aléjate de las drogas. Elige ser feliz. Si necesitas ayuda, llama a la línea de la vida. 800-911-2000. Gobierno de México.
En la Cámara de Diputados reformamos la Ley General de Población, con la que se crea la Plataforma Única de Identidad.
Con ello, ahora la CURP tendrá datos biométricos y será el documento de identidad de las y los mexicanos, así como de extranjeros que se encuentran en condición de estancia regular en el país.
Además, con este documento se facilitará el acceso a trámites y servicios. Cámara de Diputados, 66ª Legislatura, Soberanía y Justicia Social.
Con hechos, no palabras, el PRI resuelve. Llevamos canasta básica a bajo costo a 56 comunidades de todo el país, apoyando así la economía de miles de familias. Entregamos más de 10,000 lentes para que niñas, niños y adultos mayores mejoren su calidad de vida. Y continuamos con la entrega de más de 5,000 tinacos en comunidades con escasez de agua. Cada entrega tiene un rostro, una historia, porque el PRI está donde más se necesita. PRI, el mejor partido de México.
Durante la temporada de lluvias y huracanes, el Gobierno de México está preparado y cada labor de prevención cuenta, desde el monitoreo de presas y ríos, la vigilancia de fenómenos meteorológicos, la preparación de equipos especializados o la construcción de obras de protección, además de lo que haces en tu comunidad, como procurar que las coladeras de tu calle estén libres de basura o evitar cruzar ríos y arroyos crecidos. En temporada de lluvias y huracanes la prevención es lo más importante. Comisión Nacional del Agua.
Gobierno de México.
Back here we start the fourth quarter, and the Colonels of Nicholls have the ball inside the Vaquero 40. They run the ball once with Shane Lee, 2-yard gain. This game's still up for grabs.
Absolutely, it's still up for grabs. It feels like we've been in this situation over and over here tonight, where it's if the Vaqueros can make one more stop, because Nicholls is right on their tail, right on the tail. We have not been able to extend past a one-possession game here tonight.
Second down and 8 for the Colonels. Rodrigue wants to throw, has time, delivers a pass. That's caught, and then stepping out of bounds is Johnson. A short gain, though.
Yeah, only about 2 yards there on that gain. Johnson steps out. I think he could have tried getting another yard before stepping out, but he catches it, goes right out to keep from getting a hit. He is a smaller player, so maybe he's seen all the extra hits that have been going on and said, I don't want to be part of that.
3rd and 5. In that last play of the third quarter, an official had to get between a couple of players. He showed he's had some time in the weight room pushing some guys around, separating some players. 3rd and 5 for the Colonels. Rodrigue, is this 4-down territory? We'll ask that in a moment. Handoff to Lee. No, it's Rodrigue keeps it. He fumbles the football, and it looks like the Vaqueros got it. They say they do. The official hasn't indicated yet. They do.
Yeah, Rick ran out of the pile with the ball pretty quickly as he jumps in excitement on the sideline. They ran a triple option type play there. The quarterback keeps it running out to the outside, and Rodrigue gets the ball stripped out of his hands as soon as contact was made, and the Vaqueros get the ball. So it's felt like the Vaqueros are going to have to make a big stop, and they absolutely do.
Force a turnover there at the 35-yard line of UTRGV.
And watching the replay, Anderson was the one that made the hit. It was him and Blackwell. Blackwell went low. Anderson went high and was able to pull the ball out.
First down for Marburger in the offense, leading 21-14 here. Marburger is ready on the first down play. Hands it off, running play. That goes nowhere.
And number 45 of the defense, that is Alex Villavaso, is able to get into the backfield. It looked like there was a big hole, but from the backside he was able to get in there and get his hands on Nathan Denny, and so keeps it from being a big gain for the Vaqueros.
2nd down and 10 for the Vaqueros, trying to capitalize after the turnover. On this 2nd down play, Marburger waits, drops back to throw. Has time, looks up, gonna run, has some room as well. Got to the 45-yard line, close to first down yardage. Missed it by about a yard. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, they're going to say he's about half a yard away from the first down. I thought it was a little unfavorable spot on that. I thought he had gone into the first down, but they'll say that he was just short. Keeps the clock running.
3rd and a yard. Marburger hands it off. It's Denny. He got a first down. Backpedals, gives up a little ground, but forward progress takes him clearly across the 47. That's enough for a first down.
There is a defender for Nicholls down on the ground, so it won't be just the first down that stops the clock. It'll stop for just a moment. But the Vaqueros, their offense is rolling. If they can get a score here, that'll give them that breathing room. Nicholls, every time they've scored, they've taken a lot of time off the clock. So as we look up, now the clock is in our favor. We have the 7-point lead. If we get a little bit more, force into a 2-possession lead.
Timeout on the field for the injury. We'll be right back. UTRGV football. This is it on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valleys team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions: discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
El Senado de la República convoca a recibir el reconocimiento Elvia Carrillo Puerto 2025, que distingue a mujeres que impulsan la igualdad y defienden los derechos en México. Postula a tu candidata. Pueden participar organismos públicos, universidades, organizaciones civiles y ciudadanía en general. Consulta www.senado.gov.mx. Tienes hasta el 30 de noviembre. Senado de la República, 66ª legislatura.
XHRYS Ultra 90.1, a station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1, only good vibes. XHBK-FM, XEBK-AM, Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas.
Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's Your Country 95.7, a station represented by Radio United.
Back to action after the injury. Vaqueros hand the ball off to Nathan Denny. He'll gain 2, but that's about it. But, Jonathan, this is a big drive here for the Vaqueros, leading by 7.
Absolutely, because I would say how slow Nicholls' offense, when they have scored, it's taking them a lot of time to get to scoring. And so they have not had an explosive offense all year. They do come off of 2 30-point games. I don't imagine they'll be able to do that here tonight. So if the Vaqueros can get a score, and I'd say any score, even if it's a field goal, that would give them a substantial lead into this game.
2nd and 8, Marburger on a play action. Throws a pass right side. It's caught. And the receiver's literally lifted up in the air and then thrown down. Tavion Court hangs on, and that should be enough for a first down.
He gets the first down there. He does have to take a big hit at the very end, but he had already secured the catch by the time he takes the hit, gets the first down. And that one, Marburg had to kind of float it over a defender on that throw. So kind of a nice touch throw by Marburger there to Cord.
Put the ball up high for Cord, and by the time he got it in his hands, the defender got him. First down play for the Vaqueros. Marburger, straight drop back to throw again. Has time, delivers the ball deep downfield. Got him in, and Nolan just couldn't catch it inside the 5.
Just a little overthrown there. Nolan was wide open. Would have been a touchdown had he caught him in stride. Nolan has to dive for it. So Marburger throws it a little too far. The wind is strong when we've had to punt and kick off to that side. Again, our kickoffs to that side are just getting to the 20-yard line. Now that wind is behind him. I don't think he didn't take that in as a factor as he threw that long ball to Nolan.
2nd and 10 for the Vaqueros after the near touchdown. Marburger keeps it, swings it right-hand side, and that play is blown up. No gain. Matter of fact, it's a loss of 2.
And that is number 3, Aiden McCowan. He just reads the play there. There was a blocker. It could have been a play for about 5 yards normally, but he just reads it and makes the tackle for a loss of yards.
Kyron Lee with the catch, but again, he was hoping to get a block. Nothing doing. 3rd and 11 now for the Vaqueros. 10:39 to go in the fourth quarter. They lead by 7. Need to get across the 33 of the Colonels to get a first down. Marburger stands near the midfield stripe to take this snap on 3rd down. Drops back. They pick up the pressure. He looks downfield, down the middle of the field. Got him in, inside the 10, down the 5. Touchdown, Vaqueros. He went right to Tavion Cord, and he caught this one.
And that time, not overthrown. Tavion Cord makes the catch and drags his defender into the end zone. So just like that, the Vaqueros have a 2-touchdown lead here with 10 minutes to go in the game.
Eddie Lee Marburger laid that one right where the only guy that could get that was Tavion Cord.
And it looked like he almost bobbled it in this. When he was trying to move in the pocket, it looked like Eddie Lee had lost it in his hands. He looks up and finds Cord for a long touchdown.
Extra point is away and good. Vaqueros go on top by 2 scores. First time I've said that tonight. 28-14. We'll be right back. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros! Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions: discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap and fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Back here, UTRGV football, and the Vaqueros leading by a couple of scores now in the fourth quarter. 10:15 to go. They'll kick off with the wind at their back. No chance for that to be returned. And now the defense can really dig in here, Jonathan, because now you have a football team that can't just necessarily say 8-minute drive and we're okay.
Absolutely. It changes the entire dynamic of what you do on defense. It changes what Nicholls is probably going to try to do on offense. Now, a run play can break at any moment. They've been running it. They've been disciplined about their run game, so a big run could happen at any moment. But that the way they've been doing it all game long, of those little 5-yard runs without getting a first down, you start eating up the clock, and so now the clock is on our side.
The Colonels will start the drive at their own 25-yard line. Ian Rodriguez under center to start it off. Brock Jr. in the backfield, and they'll look to throw. Sling a pass underneath, and about a 3-yard gain. Scrappy Osby on the catch, but quickly covered up.
And he's tackled inbounds before the first down, and so the clock keeps on moving. And they do kind of a little sugar huddle, a halfway huddle in there, or a full huddle, as they don't seem to have the urgency of, well, we're running out of time.
No urgency whatsoever. They were substituting a lineman this time before this next snap. Again, under center is Rodriguez. On 2nd and 7, he'll hand it off. Brock Jr. bounces it across the 35 to the 40-yard line, and on his feet to the 43-yard line, and that's going to be about a 14-yard gain.
Almost in that territory where he could have had a big breaking one, so good job. The defender is able to bring him down, but there was some space there. Just luckily the Vaquero defender was able to catch up to him. He broke He escaped a hard tackle that he broke, so that's what held him up for the Vaquero defender to get there, but there was a lot of space. Had he broken that tackle in stride, it could have been a touchdown.
9:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Rodriguez up to the line of scrimmage. Again, he's in no hurry whatsoever as he strolls up. Takes a snap, hands it off. This time they'll run it right side, and there's nothing there. Maybe a yard as they went to Shane Lee on the carry.
And Elijah Prosser tackles Lee in after only about a yard gain. It felt like the offensive line did a good job blocking, but they had not accounted for Prosser coming in from the safety position all the way to the line of scrimmage. So he comes in attacking hard and makes the tackle for only a 1-yard gain.
9 yards to go for a first down. Clock running, 8:28 to go, and that clock is the Vaqueros' friend as they lead by 2 scores here. Nicholls, the Colonels, now out of a shotgun formation. And Rodrigue fumbles the football, picks it back up, runs, going to get something out of this, slides forward at the 49-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in. He got hit as he slid, and there's going to be extra yards on the end of this.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Blackwell, linebacker for the Vaqueros, making that hit there. Wasn't a hard hit, but it was a hit while the slide. I thought the slide was a little bit late, but they do call it.
So that'll take the ball into the Caro territory. By the time they stop sprinting downfield, the official puts it down at the 38-yard line. Still 8:09 to go in the fourth quarter. UTRGV up 28-14.
Now, that was the second time that Rodrigue fumbles the ball with it when it looks like it's gone right into his hand. So he's just had 2 times in this game where he's just dropped it off of a good snap, it looks like to me.
He's a redshirt sophomore. Maybe a little nerves out there and trying to field that snap. Now there's a timeout on the field. They're going to review that on a targeting, maybe.
I thought his head was up pretty, I thought it shouldn't be a targeting, but we'll see. They gave us an opportunity to see the replay here. Oh, it was a little bit of he faked the play action in it. I think when he hit Lee, it's somewhat close. I think it won't get called, but we have seen a targeting call this year already. And you never know with those kind of calls. It's just kind of a judgment call, so it could. And the results of a targeting call would be that he's out for the rest of this game plus the first half of the next game.
Did they hit helmet to helmet? It was really close, but it didn't necessarily look like it was the crown of the helmet. It would look like more face mask to face mask on the replay
it wasn't
we
a very
saw.
hard hit.
No.
But again, with the NCAA, they are trying to keep that out of the game, so we'll see what they decide on this one. They're still reviewing it, so we'll see.
Lengthy discussion down there. Right now, the ball is going to be at the 38-yard line of UTRGV.
And when they've had to play so much of that third quarter, you really don't want to lose any of your linebackers. All of a sudden, that's one more player out when you've had a lot of these players have to fight a lot of this game.
The Carols on the road next week. Follow us here on the radio, my friends, and we'll keep you up to speed on every play from scrimmage, from start to finish of these games. Our appreciation to everyone that's tuned in throughout the season. I keep lobbying for them to go to basketball season. I hope they will. But we have certainly enjoyed being able to bring you the football season. We got that one next week and one back here at home. Blink of an eye, this season will be in the books. A historic season for UTRGV in many, many ways. But one of the things kind of lost in discussion is the fact that not many first-year programs look at the ability to go above the 500 mark. The Vaqueros are certainly in position to do that, and they're also in position to stay above the 500 mark in conference play, which many thought no chance at all once they got to this conference this year.
Absolutely. It's so hard when you're starting out. And they're going over to explain it over to coach. So I think they are going to count it as targeting.
Yeah, they went straight to the UTRGV huddle. And yes, it's going to be a targeting call.
Yeah, you could tell as soon as he started walking off the field, he put his head down, disappointed in the call out there. Again, if it was targeting, it was a very, very soft hit. But
so Jaden Haygood will exit for the rest of this game and for the first half of next week's game. First down play, back to action here. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and quarterback keeps it on his own this time, and he gets punished as he got to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he's gotten to meet our linebacker, Rick, multiple times today. He got punished on that one, and that time he did not come up. Rodrigue has been part of almost every single one of those where there may be some talking and some pushing each other after the play. That time, none of that happens. He gets up and goes right back into the huddle.
Spencer Rich delivered his best hit thus far in the game on that one. 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Rodrigue wants to throw, rolls out, and has a man inside the 20 and right out of bounds. He went right back to Scrappy Osby.
He hits Scrappy Osby right in stride. There was some pressure. I think he took a hit maybe at the end of that, and now we said it there. It's not. Yes, there was a hit to Scrappy Osby, but there's also being a little scrappy there on the field. But these referees do a great job here tonight. They come in, break it all up, get them set to run the next play.
They are going to give the personal foul late hit. Now, there's the flag. It was thrown. So, yeah, if you're the lineman for Nicholls, you're downfield jawing and trying to push away. Your coaching staff's going to look at you and say, listen, let the officials sort that out, because they were very close to getting a penalty on their side that would have offset that.
And I didn't see. I followed the ball afterwards, so I didn't see the actual hit on, but there was a player that looked like he was covering Lee and then all of a sudden turned right at the quarterback as he threw the ball. I thought it was so close that if there was contact, it wouldn't be called, but a referee decided otherwise.
1st and goal from the 9. Rodrigue rolls out right side, passes it, looking for Osby. Incomplete pass, broken up by the Vaquero defender in the end zone.
Broken up by the Vaquero defender there as he tries to go right back to Scrappy Osby. He's found some connections with him so far on this drive and thought he'd go right back to him again, but is not able to get there. There was some pressure coming right quickly at him, though. So, but Rodrigue is just fast enough. A lot of times when he's running to the side, it feels like that pressure's not getting to him. He does that on that one, gets a decent throw out, but no completion there.
I believe that was Logic Hudgens that broke that up. 2nd down and goal to goal from the 9 for Nicholls. Rodrigue hands it off. It's going to be Brock Jr. Drilled. Got a yard, no more than that. 3rd and goal coming up from the 8.
And it looked like instantly there were a few defenders for the Vaqueros. I think it was number 98, Jack Harwell, who ends up making the tackle, but he just controlled the offensive lineman in front of him. So he pushes his offensive lineman back and just goes in for the tackle. Great job right there by the Vaqueros front to stop them from gaining any yards.
The helmet came off of Lee, and they stopped the clock for just a moment. Nicholls didn't take advantage of that. They stayed in the huddle. So clock is running, 6:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. 6 on the play clock on 3rd and goal from the 8. Handoff to Lee, bounces it left side. Lee's going to take it in to the end zone. Touchdown. 6:15 to go, 4th quarter. Nicholls not quite done yet.
And we said it earlier in the game that he tends to break those arm tackles. So he has it, breaks an arm tackle, gets the touchdown.
And now the extra point coming up for Nicholls. 6:14 remaining. They have all 3 of their timeouts remaining for Nicholls. And so the Vaqueros leading 28.
Did they start that drive with a minute left in the 3rd?
Mm-hmm. Extra point here for Nicholls, and the ball down, kick up, nearly blocked, but it's good on the kick, and it's a 28-21 ball game. Kickoff coming up. Vaqueros lead. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Back here, the Nicholls Colonels score a touchdown with 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Draw to within 7 of UTRGV. Now they'll kick it off into the wind, and they'll take this as a deep kick. High end over end, returnable from the 4 for the Vaqueros, out across the 10 to the 15-yard line, and that's it. Good coverage downfield by Nicholls. That was Ty Marsh, I believe, that made that tackle.
Yeah, Ty Marsh makes the tackle. There was some open space, so Ty Marsh does a great job of making that tackle. They're very, very important for them. And then there's a flag out on the field on the sideline over by the Vaqueros. We'll see what that is.
Right in front of the Vaquero bench. Official standing there, and then just sailed a flag. What a good 20 feet in the air. Landed right there in front of the sideline.
Is it maybe something that a player said that would have caused that flag?
Somebody had to say a magic word to an official. It is unsportsmanlike, and it's against the Vaqueros. So, yeah, that's got to be some magic words said too close to an official, because there was no activity going on down there at all.
Yeah, there was no physical touch. Nothing was going on.
And it was 15 yards beyond where the ball was being spotted. Official was just down there trying to communicate with the chain gang on this side of the field. And again, now the drive starts for the Vaqueros inside their 10. Marburger will take a snap inside his 5 on this first down play. Marburger takes, hands it off. Denny running right, and he'll get it out across the 10 to about the 11. Jonathan, we talked about it in the first half. Vaqueros seem to struggle when they start drives inside their 10.
Yeah, so that's going to be very, very critical. If they don't get a first down here, that's going to be a critical mistake that one of the number 6s did there on the field.
Second down and 7 yards to go for Marburger and the Vaqueros. Clock running with 5:35 to go. If he wants, he can wait another 15 seconds. He takes a snap, hands the ball off. They'll run it right out across the 15. And that's about 3 yards short of a first down. Dement on the carry will go, well, they should take it under 5.
I'd like for them to be more active on that, taking the full 40. I know you come out, you have a favorable matchup maybe that you feel, so you want to hike it, but
they were in position to want to take a snap in a hurry-up offense, and now the sideline says, hold off, let's huddle. Under 5 to go. It's 3rd down and 3 for Marburger. Denny is in the backfield to his right-hand side. Play clock down to 7, now 6. Marburger waits, takes a snap, drops back to throw. Penalty flags come in, and that's a false start on UTRGV.
Yeah, Tony Diaz started trying to break out of his route just a little bit early. But again, that maybe they're not used to going all the way to the low seconds on the clock. So this is a little bit of a change of speed for them. So it looks like it had an effect on them on that play. So now it goes from 3rd and 3 to a less manageable 3rd and 8.
Now they're ready to take the snap immediately. They could take another 20 seconds off the clock if they wanted to here. Marburger on a long count, trying to draw him off sides. Play clock down to 13. Takes a snap at 10. Rolls out, delivers a pass, caught. First down, out across the 20-yard line, and that'll move the chains.
And he has had a fantastic fourth quarter as Tavian Cord gets the first down play right there. Earlier he had the touchdown. It's been a nice fourth quarter for him.
First down and the clock running. 4:05 remaining, fourth quarter. Marburger waits for the snap. Play clock at 15. Takes the snap. Wants to throw. Deep drop. Pressured. Hit. Dropped. Sacked back inside the 15.
Sacked back there, but the clock does keep on going. So that is one benefit there. But that was a major loss. It was about a loss of 8 yards. Maybe more, 10.
All the way back inside the 15. Mark it down at the 13. So, yeah, that's a 9-yard loss for Marburger. 3:29 to go. Play clock at 17. Marburger takes a snap. Hands it off. They'll run it with Denny to the right side. Stringing it out. Not much room for him. Got back to the 15. That's about it. Nicholls may want to think about start using some timeouts.
And right there, they snapped the ball with 20 seconds left to go in the clock. You're essentially trying to waste the clock right here, but they're giving up 20 seconds that they could have wiped off more.
3 minutes left in the game, 25 seconds on the play clock right now. Marburger could take this down, and this time I think they're just making certain do not take a snap until it gets under 10 on the play clock. It gets to 10. Marburger takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Has time now. Waits, scans the field, delivers a pass underneath. Caught. Now yards after the catch. And the first down. It's Nathan Denny, and that'll move the chains.
And that might seal the game right there. That was a huge, huge moment. So many yards. I thought, okay, good. A completion happened, so we're going to get to eat up some more clock. And then Denny just decides to take the check down and say, I'm going to go get us the first down and win us this game.
How about the protection of the offensive line to buy that much time for Eddie Lee Marburger? 2-minute warning has arrived. UTRGV football, they're on top, 28-21. We'll be right back. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at BertOgden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light beers.
HRYS.
Ultra 90.1, a station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1, only good vibes. XHBK-FM, XEBK-AM, Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas.
Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's Your Country 95.7, a station represented by Radio United.
2 minutes remain here in the fourth quarter. Welcome back to Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium here in Edinburgh, Texas. UTRGV football leading 28-21 over Nicholls. And a first down play for Eddie Lee Marburger and the Vaqueros. And they'll run it this time with Denny to the 40-yard line. And now the Colonels are going to have to start using some timeouts.
Yeah, they'll start using their timeouts, but that play right before the 2-minute warning, it was just a simple check down. I was thinking to myself, Marburger, you have to make a completion in order to take another 40 seconds off the clock. Instead, Marburger gets the first down by throwing a little check down to Denny. Denny does the rest for him. It was about, 12 yards after the catch to get the first down?
When you first saw him catch it, it was enough traffic to think, well, he's going to get tackled, but he'll be in bounds. And after the punt, we'll get to the 2-minute warning, and Nicholls will have the ball. And then Denny said, nope, I got another gear.
He made a little cut that sprung him open, and then he just got through all of those defenders for that first down.
Second down play for the Vaqueros after the timeout. Minute 54 left here in the fourth quarter. And now they're going to add another second on, so a minute 55 left. Marburger has two receivers out there on the right side. He's got Tony Diaz on the left side. Now, you can bait a team up here by using Nathan Denny. If you're not careful and you let these speedy receivers go, Marburger will find him. Hands it off to Denny, running to the outside, skips past a tackler and out of bounds, but he got a first down in Nicholls territory down at the 47.
And that should be enough to – they've already used up a timeout on the last drive, so now they only have 2 timeouts. Now he does go out of bounds there, so that will stop it on that.
First down for the Vaqueros, ball at the 47-yard line. This program on the verge of winning their 7th game of the year as a first-year program, my friends. Marburger takes the next snap, hands it off to Denny, running right. Wrapped up, taken down, gained a yard, and second timeout of the game here in the second half called by Nicholls.
Yeah, so they'll call the timeout, leaving 1 minute 42 there. But you said it, 7 wins is what should happen here after this.
They're going to reset the game clock, but it'll be a 30-second timeout here for Nicholls. Yeah, 7 wins, and realistically, I mean, a coach doesn't like to look ahead too much, but Jonathan, you and I can look ahead. 2 games that you would say, with the way this team looks, winnable football games for the Vaqueros, and we could be talking about 9 wins on the season.
9 wins on the season. And one of the 3 losses was a 58-yard field goal by a ranked opponent. What a first year so far for the Vaqueros.
Second down for Marburger and company. Another running play with Denny to the right side, and he is tackled. Got to the 41 of Nicholls, and they'll burn their final timeout with 1:37 to go. Vaqueros will have a 3rd and 4. At best, Nicholls will get the ball back with about 40 seconds to go, but UTRGV on the verge of sealing this one away.
Absolutely, and only 5 yards away from getting a first down, and then they can take some knees. So this will be a big third down right here. And the Vaqueros, you can't just automatically assume that they're going to just run the ball here, as they've taken some gambles. They've trusted Eddie Lee and these receivers in moments where you might say, I would go safe and just run the ball. Well, they feel pretty safe about putting in the ball in Marburger's hands as well.
Third down from the 42 of Lamar. To get a first down, the Vaqueros need to attain the 37. Minute 37 to go. No more timeouts remain for the Nicholls Colonels. Marburger on a third down play. Takes a look at the defense. Keeps Denny set on his right side. Waits. Takes a snap. It's running play Denny, and he's got to the 40. Shy of a first down by about a yard. Clock will run. Minute 30 to go. And Vaqueros face a fourth and call it 2.
And it looks like the offense is staying out there. They're going to try to at least minimum try to get a free first down by trying to draw them off sides, I think.
They're looking to the sideline. Play clock is at 20. They're not even looking. Now they're going to think about huddling. I think they'll just go ahead and take a penalty out of this and maybe punt the football.
I would line up and at least see if you can draw them off sides.
They're staying in the huddle. They may call a timeout. 3, 2, 1, and timeout called by the Vaqueros right before the play clock expires. So now they'll talk about it, what we want to do as far as taking the snap for fourth down.
Yeah, I think right here you don't lose much by having the penalty. So I would imagine they come out, try to draw them off sides, but not run a play. And if wear it all the way down to the final seconds, take the penalty, punt it.
49 seconds remain. As I said, if the Vaqueros don't get a first down, Nicholls at best would have about 40 seconds remaining, down 7. In college football, you never say never.
I'm going to say they're going to have 44 seconds.
44, okay.
Best.
Offense will stay on the field for the Vaqueros. Nathan Denny's had a productive night all game long. He stands to the right side of Marburger, and before the snap, an official from the sideline blows a whistle. And now they'll get back to ready to go. Marburger, play clock running with 15 seconds. He wants to take a snap, not going to do it. They are trying to draw him off sides. And now another timeout called by UTRGV. I'm not sure what that inadvertent whistle was on the far side of the field.
I thought there was a coach that got a little too far up the field, but now he's complaining. Maybe he thinks it was a penalty against the Vaqueros.
He's lobbying his case to the official. And now they're talking it over with both UTRGV coaching staff and whether they want to or not, they're getting talked to by the head coach of Nicholls.
And now the punt team is out there, or is it the defense? They are going to give them penalty. Yeah, I think you're not allowed to do 2 timeouts in a row. So I think the Vaqueros had to take the penalty there.
So they gave him a delay of game, 5-yard penalty, 50 seconds on the clock, and punting time for the Vaqueros. Wind at your back. What?
49 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, they added a second. They did add a second. I think that might have been what the inadvertent whistle was about. Was the coach trying to lobby to get an extra second put on before the snap? Here's the punt. It's a high, short punt fielded at the 10 for the Colonels. 43 seconds remaining and a one-possession game. 28-21, UTRGV on top.
And so far tonight, the Vaqueros have been able to prevent most of the big passing plays here. So we'll see what Rodrigue can do here with this offense from Nicholls. But it's not time to turn off the radio, turn off the TV. or
Not
to
at
leave
all.
the stadium with 43 seconds to go. Anything could happen here in this game.
Guys to watch: Scrappy Osby, a speedy wide receiver. Karaj Johnson's been a hot receiver in the second half. Everett Hunter, the tight end. Those are guys to watch. 43 seconds to go. Rodrigue wants to throw. Has time. Over the middle. Caught at the 30-yard line. They'll stop the clock long enough to spot the football. 37 seconds to go.
And he hits White, a very tall receiver, going down the middle of the field.
And they'll run the next play. Pass play to the outside and then getting out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Couple yards gained there for Scrappy Osby. 26 seconds left here in the ball game. Vaqueros clinging to a 7-point lead.
And absolutely critical for Nicholls. They need to try to make sure that they don't not get tackled inbounds or in front of the first down marker. And the Vaqueros, you want to make sure you do not let them go out of bounds. You do not let them get behind you.
They could use a sack right here for the Vaqueros. Rodrigue is ready on 2nd down and 6. Wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's hit. Sack. Fumbles the football. Vaqueros pick it up. Run it in. They blow it dead. But there's the sack. The Vaqueros came up with a huge hit.
It should not have been blown dead. He was trying to throw it. He just threw it backwards, so it should have stayed alive. But you called it out. They could use the big sack here as the defensive end on the right side. I didn't get to see who it was, but he bull rushed, knocks the tackle down, jumps over, and gets the sack, or the attempted sack, as Rodriguez kind of just threw it up, but he threw it backwards, so it should have stayed live.
He hit Rodrigue low. By the way, Rodrigue is down, hasn't gotten back up after that. He just flailed that football up in the air. There'll be a 10-second runoff on this as well. And so there'll be 1 second remaining in the ball game. If they call it an incomplete pass, which I don't think they should.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going with, but it was clearly thrown backwards. The ball landed, so that should be a fumble.
Rodrigue gets up. He's walking gingerly on his left foot. So even if Nicholls retains possession, it looks like they are. It's going to be a backup quarterback in the ball game to take a snap. Deuce Hogan, a 6'4", 215-pound graduate out of Grapevine, Texas, will be asked with 1 second to go to deliver a miracle.
Yeah, so it looks like the Vaqueros are going to go with 4 defensive linemen putting pressure here, and then basically everybody else. They still have 2 linebackers out guarding the middle, but all of the secondary is at minimum 15 yards back from the receivers.
Hogan in the game will take his second snap. He took one earlier after Rodrigue had his helmet knocked off. This time, 1 second left. Drops back to throw. Pressure coming. Delivers a short pass. It's caught. Receiver runs up the field. Now he's going to lateral it back. That ball's loose on the field. Looks like the Vaqueros recovered, and they win it. 28-21, UTRGV wins the game.
In exciting fashion as they finish this game. Only a 1-possession game, but the defense closes it out. They run out onto the field celebrating. What an exciting game here tonight in Backer Stadium.
The program is in its first year, my friends, and they have notched 7 victories with 2 games remaining on the season for UTRGV. And this is one of those they took on. Everyone said, well, who are you going to beat? Who are you going to beat? Who are you going to beat? This time it was like they're beating a team that has a above 500 record in conference play. And they did it in what you would call a traditional football game, Jonathan. This was between the trenches for much of this game, and the Vaqueros out-muscled their opponent.
And that's one of the neat things about here tonight. We've seen the Vaqueros win in a lot of different ways this season. They've had moments where they just came out on fire against Incarnate Word. They stayed close in the game with Lamar when we were away on the road. But here against, like you said, an opponent who had a winning record in conference, an opponent who has a solid team, and the Vaqueros were able to come away with the victory tonight. And we essentially could have had a scoop and score at the end, which I think would have been the right call. So it could have been 35-21, but they're able to keep the scrappy win here tonight. That shows a different style of victory for the Vaqueros.
And you like the character of this football team and how they responded, because the third quarter was controlled by their opponent. A team that was a ball control offense, stout defense, but more so keep the ball in the hands of the offense and wear your opponent down. That was all orchestrated, and it was executed by the opponent, and the Vaqueros responded.
Absolutely, and we've seen them responding. They have a fighting spirit to them. These Vaqueros, they just do not give up in games like this, and so just a phenomenal job that they did tonight. Again, yes, they might have given up a lot of time of possession. I think we'll look back. If we look at the time of possession stat, it would actually be hugely in favor of Nicholls, but the explosive plays, the stopping them in the red zone, causing the turnovers, the Vaqueros did what it took to win here tonight.
We'll take a look at the stats and more, and break down some final analysis after this. Vaqueros win it 28-21. We'll be right back. This is the postgame show. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the Vaqueros Sports Network, and this is the UTRGV Football Postgame Show.
Vaqueros win this one 28-21, and interesting stat as I look through this thing on the breakdown. Vaqueros led at the end of every quarter in this ball game, and they didn't hold a lead throughout. But they led at the end of every quarter, including the fourth, which was the important one, by 7 points. Before we get into stats, Jonathan, your thoughts on just controlling the game from that perspective?
Well, what Nicholls did was they stayed in the game. The Vaqueros were not able to extend. They maintained a lead. They kept 7, but every time Nicholls came, they would get close, and then the Vaqueros would then answer and get another score. It felt like it was a one-possession game for the entire 4 quarters, but the Vaqueros were able to hold on and get the victory.
Vaqueros scored a touchdown in the first quarter, led 7-0. They scored another touchdown in the second quarter. After Nicholls had scored, it was 14-7. Nicholls scored a touchdown in the third. So did the Vaqueros. It was 21-14. Nicholls scored a touchdown in the fourth. Vaqueros tacked on one of their own and win it 28-21. On the statistics side of things, 392 yards of total offense for the Vaqueros to 327 for Nicholls. Nathan Denny goes for 25 carries for 120 yards on the ground. And Eddie Lee Marburger, 20 of 30 in the air, 247 and 2 touchdowns. Respective numbers for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, very well-balanced offensive game by the Vaqueros. But if I was to give an offensive player of the game, I'd probably go with Denny on this one. Those 120 yards that he was able to just get 10 yards over and over throughout the game, and then he had about 20-30 in receiving, and none bigger than that big third down that allowed us to end the game by continuing having the possession of knocking off the clock.
He had 3 catches for 50 yards. He also, on his rushing, he had 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, Nathan Denny was excellent as far as with this team and carrying this team. On the other side, Shane Lee, 13 carries, 56 yards. He was spelled by Mikael Brock Jr., 11 carries, 50 yards. And then Ian Rodrigue, 16 carries, 38 yards. That was all by design, in most cases, the quarterback to run the ball. Rodrigue went 19 of 32 through the air for 193 yards. But 392 yards of offense for the Vaqueros. It's a low number for this home field, but yet they outgained their opponent.
Yeah, we've had some games where we were almost at 1,000 yards and points. There was over 100 combined in the games and things like that. So this was a very different experience for most of those that come to the games. And those of you listening, the game was close the whole time. The Vaqueros offense wasn't quite as dominant as it's been in other times and was really dominated by the run game. We had 25 runs by Nathan Denny. We normally don't have one running back getting that many runs in a game.
Xavion Nolan had 5 catches to lead the way in the receiving side, but Tavion Cord had 4 catches, and 1 was a touchdown, which was the eventual game sealer, if you will, in this game. But he had a big night with 4 catches and 84 yards receiving. And Tavion Cord, it looks like Eddie Lee Marburger, again, Cord, Diaz, Denny, Nolan, they've all been featured receivers on any given night.
Absolutely. You can never know who you're going to have to defend in the passing game if you're playing against the Vaqueros, as Eddie Lee Marburger spreads it out every single game. And we also had Smith Flores had that really long catch in the first quarter for that first score. And then some other players, talking about the defense tonight. The defense had to put in some work tonight, and T.J. Neal leads the way with 10 total tackles. Spencer Rich was on a bunch of those. He had 8 tackles, and some of those were some hard-hitting tackles on the other opponent's quarterback.
Another thing I liked about the Vaquero defense is the fact that they were getting beat up on the field by an offense that was methodically moving the ball downfield, and they responded with some physical play of their own and said, let's go to another level, and we'll take it to you.
Absolutely. That won't show on the stats, but if we were to do a stat on how many extra seconds they went beyond the whistle, both the offense for Nicholls and the Vaqueros defense, they were going well above the normal time frame. They were fighting each other here tonight.
Yeah, good game for the Vaqueros. We'll take a look around the conference. Lamar beat Southeastern, by the way. I'll give you a preview of that. And we'll be back and look at some other games that happened and what's coming up in the Southeast or the Southland Conference. You're listening to UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, be beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's practice stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotzsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We are back here on the post-game show. We take a look around the Southland Conference, the standings. We had a couple of teams that were unbeaten coming into play, and one of those was Southeastern, which took on a Lamar team, which had one loss, and Lamar hangs on and beats Southeastern 14-12. So Lamar moves up in the rankings. Stephen F. Austin wins again. So Stephen F. Austin now is the only unbeaten team in conference play. Next week, big matchup, Stephen F. Austin and Lamar.
Absolutely. Big matchup next week. Essentially, the winner of that game should end up being crowned the champion of the conference. But just to show you how close UTRGV is, Lamar just beat another unranked team by only 2 points, which is about the same differential we had with them. And so we're right there with Lamar. We're right there with some of the top teams. I would guess that Stephen F. Austin ends up winning next week, and they go undefeated, and then it would be like the Vaqueros are right there on the edge of being in second place.
Yeah, that's how close this first-year program is to being considered among the top in the conference. Now, right now, they're going to be sitting at the 3-3 mark in conference play, which will put them with McNeese State and now this Nicholls team in the, what would you call, the second tier of conference play. But the Vaqueros certainly on a first-year program making some noise. They got they got votes this past week, even after in all practical purposes, they were eliminated from playoff-bound opportunities, but they still were getting votes. Respect is out there.
Absolutely. They've drawn a lot of attention this year. Our fans, our community here, there's a reason why people are coming to the games, the reason why there's so much support, and you do not expect that from a first-year program. It's just so amazing how well they've done. So keep tuning in. We have to keep on watching these Vaqueros. They're a program on the rise, and yes, of course, it's the first year, but it feels like we're right on the edge of being in that top tier of this league.
Vaqueros next week are on the road. They'll take on McNeese State. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to have to put another reminder for myself on that one, but that's a behind-the-scenes note that I'll tell you later on, my friends. 6 o'clock is the kickoff for that one. Hope you enjoyed this one. That'll do it for us at Robert Janet Vacker Stadium. We'd like to thank everyone out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of UTRGV Athletics. For all the latest on Vaqueros, visit goutrgv.com. But for now, for our engineers, Eric Casas and Jerry Lopez, our spotter, Dahlia Bowling, my partner, Jonathan Medina, this is Joe Bowling, signing off from Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium, where UTRGV football team beats Nicholls 28-20.